Right. Leave. That's everything. Hello, everybody. Good day. Welcome to my first Twitch stream. Hopefully, everything works correctly. Trial and error. I believe I have everything set up, but there's the tiny chance something might not work. So if so, I apologize. Hello, Turtle, Mom of Six Pets, and Mr. Jack A. Taco. Good day. Today we're going to continue working on Thunderdome. That's what this is. And then I'm going to move on to something else. So, weird to see here, huh? Yeah. It's a whole new world, my friend. So we are today here in the Let's Build server. Going to be streaming for about 3 hours. Take a 2-hour break to get some munchies, and then I'll be back at 6 p.m. Eastern for 6 hot hours of Minecraft action. So right now I'm just working on the spawn room down here, getting all the material that they need. You can? Okay. Still learning what all you guys can do. So yes, we will get there, I'm sure. So yeah, I need the chests. Where are the chests? Oh, the chests are at the command center. Let me go to the command. But yes, we're going to be building some fun stuff, hopefully. Get to going. What have I got in here? Already got a blue and a red one. Fair blue one. Thank you, Mako Ruby, for the follow. I appreciate that. I had to update all of those notifications and stuff, so hopefully they all work. We still may get a couple of the ones from Facebook, but I think, or YouTube, but I think I got that done there. You can't do this. Oh, yes, the points thing. Yes, I went through and I got to pick which ones I liked, and I took all the ones that I thought might be funny or interesting, especially like Minecraft itself isn't that hard, but I was thinking, like, imagine if I'm doing like a 7 days to die, you're like, I can't shoot for 5 minutes, and it's Horde Night. You know what I mean? I thought like stuff like that would be hilarious. So I'm running around trying to punch zombies for 5 minutes, dying repeatedly, making Teresa smile. So, so yes, I thought that might be an interesting one. Yeah, I tried to put the point stuff in. I don't know if you can do custom ones yet. I'm still working on, figuring all this out, but I appreciate that, Xmod. I'm hoping it's definitely the goal, but at the same time, if nothing else, I could just get the word out. Maybe even people just swing by the channel a little bit more, the YouTube, and are able to enjoy that. That would be pretty cool. Okay, one of these is pink and one of these is magenta. That's the magenta one. Some of these are so close to wait. That's yellow. That was orange. Yellow. That one was orange. And what am I missing? Purple, blue, blue, brown. Doesn't know green. Green I can do. Green, I've already got red down. Now some of these there is no chest for. That's the pink one. Let's see what we got here. I have 310 channel points. Hey, there you go. I was watching Colonel earlier. He was playing Sky Factory 3. I saw that a little bit as well. I was chatting with him some last night. What's up, Elemental Father? The all-elemental father. You set one down here for me. All right, let me get these out of the way. Okay, which ones have I got here? So I've got 2 orange ones, so that's a spare one. 2 red ones. Have I got red down yet? I do. So what do I need? I need brown, purple, black, and gray. And there's no colors for any of those. So fortunately, you cannot make the... Oh, wait, there's a purple one. Purple I got. Other than purple, a lot of these you can't make in the chest builder. They just don't give that color option. So, redeemed hydrate. Okay. Drinking I shall do. Appreciate that. Excellent. So, yeah. So I'm sure there's going to be a few changes how I do stuff based on what I have access to now, and things of that nature. I'm sure I'm going to have to probably potentially make some changes to how the wheel works, of course, right? So there's that. So the wheel will probably have some changes. I can only assume. We'll figure that out as we get to it. Thank you, Frosty Wills, for the follow. I appreciate it. So yeah, looking forward to figuring out what's going on. Shadow updated all of the loyalty badges, so those should be popping on as soon as they're approved. We had to make some minor adjustments to some of the numbers because Twitch uses different numbers than YouTube does. So I don't have a second month one. This turns out I've got the first month one, and we've got a 3-month, a 6-month, a 9-month, and a 12-month. There is one for above 1 year, but I have to unlock that through different achievements. So we're going to work on that, right? What's up, Gargamel? How goes it, man? Yes, I've made the switch for the streaming side. Oh, well, that was stupid. For the streaming side of all this, you know what? Put that over that. That makes more sense in case there's confusion over who gets what. Yeah, made the switch to here for the live side anyways, right? Trying to figure out what's going on with all this. Let's see. Is that pink or is that magenta? That's magenta. Pink and magenta. That's the only color combination I wish I had done differently in all this. Confuses my eyeballs. And my eyeballs are so sensitive. No, I did that wrong. You, not you. No. Yes. Well, that's not good. We'll fix that in a second. Let's see, what do we got here? Add an image for the channel points icon. Yes, and I did not realize that when I asked Shadow to do the other stuff. I'm going to reach out to her tonight. I'm thinking some type of dragon holding a coin, I think, might be perfect there. So, yeah. Now, again, there may be notifications that should pop up that don't, and for that, I apologize. I'm still trying to make sure all the notifications are on there, and I thought they were. If anybody does something that should, I keep putting him in the wrong. If somebody does something that should make a notification pop up and it doesn't, please let me know so I can get on top of that and make sure I'm getting them fixed. That way they are working for everybody. Like, I think... Unlock the... is it okay if I check your channel link? Yeah, sure, by all means. I have absolutely no problem with that. That would be a good idea. I do have links down in the About section of this. People can watch by dropping down a little lower. That sounds inappropriate, now doesn't it? Dropping down a little lower, and you will find all the links for all my socials. This definitely makes things easier for putting up links. My schedule's down there now. People can see that right off the bat. I've got links to all my socials and my YouTube, links to the ODG store, donation link, all that stuff's buttons. That was 100 bits that did a notification. Did it do a notification? I didn't hear anything. I see it popped up there, and I appreciate the donation of 100 bits, sir. Thank you very much. But I didn't hear anything. If there was no sound, please tell me. If you guys heard a sound and I didn't, I'll be more confused. Oh, that's right. I have the stream muted. I may not have seen it. Interesting. I did. Okay. There was a sound. Okay. All right. Good deal. For some reason, I'm not hearing the sounds. I will work on that. It's not making the sounds pop up on stuff. There's alert box. Yeah, it's on. Okay. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Pixel Liz, hey Draven, kind of a long time. Good to see you on Twitch. Most of the streams on Twitch, so we'll try to be more active. Excellent. Well, we're happy to have you. My man Turtle. Sir, that one popped up. Hey, Yerbs gifted a tier 1 sub to our man Turtle. Thank you, Yerbs. That was awfully nice. Thank you so much. Yerbs is just one of the nicest ladies. I tell you, huge fan. Look at that. That was awesome. Ruby. That one popped up. I heard that one. All right. Cool. All right. So I'm still working on the bits one. Actually, let me get my notepad out so I can keep track of things I need to fix, right? So with the way Twitch works, in many ways, it's a lot like YouTube. The more things that we achieve, the more perks and such unlock. Right now, I only have 3 emojis available, but as we have more things, more viewers and more subs and stuff like that, it unlocks more of those things. So that's cool. We'll get because definitely I believe it should go well, and we'll get some more lovey-dovey stuff going on. All right, I need red. I just need red. Red and green. Okay. Christmas. And so this is Christmas. Did I have brown already? How did I have brown already? I remember brown. Purple, gray, pink, and yellow. Yes. White, red, green. Christmas. White, orange, magenta. Huh. I guess I did. Awesome me. All right. Said link deleted. Oh, I may not have links on. Again, some of my settings are still somewhat default from when I did Twitch 3 years ago. So I'm still working on that. Link your channel when someone types .youtube. Ooh, okay. Let me do that. I will add that after this stream. That's one reason why, I normally take the 2-hour break between streams, but that's going to give me time to get some things updated. So that was... Thank you. Get that on there. What streams from YouTube are moving here? Majority of them. The only ones that are... Why is that? Oh, I remember. The ones that are not moving over here are going to be Merged Worlds, the D&D story stream podcast. That's still staying over on YouTube. The monthly member stream is on YouTube. And I'm going to pop on there once in a while and stream there just for fun. Because why not? Right? I got a lot of friends over there as well. So we're going to do that. Yeah, maybe set up so that only I can do links. I will have to keep an eye on that. I will stay on top of it. I will have to fix that. What is this here? Oh, yes. Let me go put these back before I forget. Then we're going to build a portal. Wait, let me build that first because I'm going to have to go back over there for that. Need a teleporter. Right. This is how people will get to this Let's Play. Yes. We'll also need a GPS. Times 2. 1 and 2. Alright. The first one is for Thunderdome. And... always raining. Why is it always raining? Watch this. Oh, a little penguin popping in. Nice. Yeah, we've got I've unlocked 3 emojis, so I've got 3 of them down there. I don't know if they're approved or not. I haven't checked. Oh, yeah, it is. Doc just threw up the Buffy obstacle course. Why is that not on? I'm gonna have to check on that. I don't know if I powered that one or not. Oh, I was here to build another one. All right. Build this one. This will be the last one that goes over in this section. And this one is for Thunderdome Welcome Center. Okay. There. Only one is showing up? Okay. That may have been the one that they approved. I'm not sure yet. You're Onlydraven. He'll be overworked learning all the new Twitch. Hey, that's an overwork I'm looking forward to. Use an anvil to label GPS keys. Yes, you can. I'm actually that's what I'm about to do. I put one in here specifically for those reasons. So this one is Thunderdome. This one is Thunderdome Welcome Center. All right. Those in here. I go these chests away, and then I'm gonna go figure out why. Figure out what's going on there. Is it lagging for you? I'm not having anything on my end. If anybody could let me know, as would appreciate it. If everybody's lagging, please. Only one is showing up. Darkosto emoji. Oh right, yes, I remember you said you were gifted one of those. On Friday because I have a Switch and I should be getting paid, so I should be able to get a game on it with my friends. Excellent. Very cool. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Share your excitement. That is cool. You got good stuff going on. I like to hear about it. Looks fine. It's okay for Pixel. Good deal. Good start. All right. So, as some of you may spend more time here than I do, it would be awesome if there are anything particular on Twitch that you know is very cool that I should be doing that I'm not. Please let me know if there are features of Twitch you'd like to see. I would love to have that. Excellent, Neon. I appreciate that. Let's see. Horrible country's weather. Oh, well, sorry for that. I'm wondering if I didn't power this. No, it's got power. Why are you not working? Obstacle. That. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's Thunderdome. No, this is the one that's supposed to be obstacle. Oh, it's working now. Okay, it just wasn't working before. I gotta go fix Thunderdome. Forgot to name it. Stream avatars is a cool thing. All right, I'll look in and figure out what that is. Become famous. Ah, the spam. Yes, I forgot that would happen. That didn't take long, did it? My goodness. That did not take long at all. Thunderdome. Let's preset it over here. Gonna reset the stream. All right, Xmod. But I think that's a separate thing from Twitch. We have to buy. Oh, well, I'll take a look, right? We'll see if it's something cool people would really enjoy. I'm not against it. Jakatago downloaded Twitch and made an account, so I don't really know anything about Twitch. Gotcha there. We are together with that, my friend. Thunderdome. Excellent. Thunderdome is successful. I just got to put the stairs in and a sign. I streamed on Twitch for about 6 months to a year 3 years ago, where all my friends were streaming and they wanted me to come play games with them. So I was like, okay, I'll do it too. And managed to work my way up to affiliate and then never did anything with it. Then I stopped and started focusing on the YouTube channel, which wasn't streaming for the first 16 months. So it just was never meant to be. So this has been sitting here waiting for me. Thunderdome. Excellent. Well, that pleases me. Lagging more. Ouch. Boop. All right, Thunderdome. Okay, so everybody, gonna give everybody a soulbind and an unbreakable sword. But I don't want this to be too easy, so I'm thinking stone or potentially iron sword. I'm not sure. Thank you, Elemental Dad. I appreciate that. All right. So let's look swords. What are we thinking for swords here? Let me get an anvil too. Anvil, so I can do that and then name stuff. Ray. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that, Colonel. Raid, excellent. On my first day as a streamer on Twitch. I appreciate it. Raid notification did not pop up. Okay. Write that down. Things I have to get fixed. Okay. I will have to fix the raid notification. Sometimes, I tried to make sure I had everything turned on, but there was stuff I may have done wrong. But thank you very much, Colonel, for coming on over and bringing your friends. I appreciate that. We will, we're going to grow this thing one way or another, by God. Welcome to the channel. I appreciate it. Thank you, Pain TV, for the follow. I appreciate that. All right, get that up and working. Excellent. Man, everybody, it's funny to think that when I came to the channel here the other day and I decided to set this up, I was at like 117. We're already at over 180. That's pretty awesome. Damn right, Colonel. Big old friends. Yes, I'm building some Let's Plays. So this room does not look exciting. Thunderdome. This is a personal server where I'm building different Let's Plays and games that I will eventually run people through and film for the YouTube channel. May even stream some of it now. We'll look and see. But yeah, I got a whole bunch of different stuff going on. Right now I'm building Thunderdome. I'm trying to decide what kind of sword do I want everyone to have. Because there's going to be 12 people in here. Fighting for my pleasure. Let me sit on my throne real quick while we talk about it. Let me just do that real quick. So here in Thunderdome, the object is that 12 people enter and 1 will succeed. Each one of these dispensers will pop out monsters at my pleasure. I have a remote that will run all of those. And I'm going to be popping out monsters, and they have to fight. Whoever lives, last person standing, wins. So I'm going to put, today we have to fill up a bunch of the monster eggs. I've already got a couple boss eggs in here. I got some evokers, mutant scientists. I got some king spiders, cave trolls, and yeti. We got a few things in there. I'm thinking Iron Sword too, but whatever they're going to get is going to be Unbreaking, of course. But there is, and Soulbound. Because we may do more than one round, right? So I don't want them to have to keep getting new swords. Iron Sword, okay. All right. 12 Iron Swords. That chops up some stuff pretty quick. I'm just saying. All right. So let me see here. So I need the books. To the magical. That's the eggs. That's not the books. Is that the books? No. Where's the books? Books are not in food. Books are in axe for some reason. Okay, I remember now. Between efficiency, Unbreaking 3, that'll work. And Soulbound, there it is. Okay, good deal. So I will need, I'll also need swords. That would be helpful. Swords, Iron Swords for battle. Excellent. Redeemed Hydrate. For you, my friend, I shall do so. Oh, we got 2 hydrates in there. I was about to say I'm going to be bloated by the end of the stream, but I started that way. So, oh, that's a sub over on YouTube. Thought I turned those off. I'm still trying to get to hang up. Oh, I got a string on my shoulder. Look at this. Look how unprofessional I am with the string on my. No, guzzle me down. I'm fine with it. Guzzle me down. Probably should change those wordings. Not the best choice of wordings, I think. Oh, I got to be in inventory for that? Okay. Why does this never work when I want it to work? I was supposed to do the right-click thing, and it's supposed to make more of them. Isn't it right middle click for that? Middle click, and then you make a double? Why is this not working for me? I never can remember how to do this. Paradol, what's the button to duplicate stuff? I gotta be in my inventory? I have to be in my inventory. Okay. Figured it out, Turtle. I have to be in my inventory for that to work. Okay. That makes more sense now. So there's my Unbreaking. There's my Soulbound. Soulbound. I need Unbreaking. Do this one at a time. Sword. That. Yes. That. Yes. Sword number 1 is done. Spoonful of Vegemite. Ugh. Still, the worst thing I've ever put in my face hole was Vegemite. It's just so bad. I will have to figure out some type of cool things like that as well. I just haven't figured that out yet. Okay. Term by viewers to the blocked terms, but to the spin. Oh, yes. Excellent. Yes. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Hello, Fire Maiden. Good day, good day. Hey, my badge has just kicked in. I just noticed that. Turtle's got my badge now. You got your little D&D dice backs, my friends. Excellent. I woke up this morning to Shadow saying, is this what you want? I'm like, yes, that's exactly what I want. So I submitted them right before the stream started. So that's awesome. Oh, yo, that's so much better idea. I am a fool. That is so much. This is why I need you guys. This is why this is going to be such a boon. You're like, Draven, you fool. Now, no one's getting armor in this one. No one's getting armor. Not a lot of these are combat-based, so I want them to be challenging. Hello, Mystique. Good to have you once again. It's kind of crazy that this is my first stream on Twitch in 3 years, and I already have subscribers. It's mind-blowing to me. People are that awesome. They want to support the channel, so thank you. You don't have... No, that's right, Turtle. We got to re-earn those ones, don't we? And we had to add... I kind of had to step out of the Minecraft theme because there's a 9-month in Twitch that did not exist in YouTube. So we needed a 9-month color. So 9th month is going to be purple now. So, you know, there's that. Okay, so everybody got one. Everybody has a sword. Excellent. Everybody has a sword. So I will also need to give them a food product. I need a food I've not given them yet that still does okay. I've done spaghetti. I've done Domino's pizza. And I've done cheeseburgers. So let's see. Building up followers on YouTube. That's true. That's true. I'm hoping a lot of folks will carry over from YouTube to here. Oddly enough, there's a lot of advancements or achievements you can do on Twitch, and I had a bunch of them from before, but I got one last night where I streamed for 5 minutes, just a test stream, having 5 people chat at once and 50 followers, called Building a Community. I'm like, wow, I haven't even done an official stream yet. That's phenomenal. So I appreciate you guys jumping in and already donating bits and being subs and hanging out in chat. It's very cool to see what we can all unlock together, what we can do with this thing. So I'm excited. I'm going to lurk here for a while. I take the kids to bed. All right, no problem, Elemental. Let's see. Sushi for... Sushi. I don't think... Is sushi in Sky Factory? I want to say we had this conversation once and it didn't actually show up here. Unless it's just called fish. Let's see if it's just called fish. No. Ew, fish pie. That sounds gross. If there's no sushi, maybe it's called rolls? Sausage roll and crescent roll. I'm not sure there's sushi in here. I don't remember sushi. All right, Neon. Fried eggs, waffles. I was thinking maybe grilled cheese sandwiches. Because this is just for eating while you're watching and stuff. They're not going to eat while they're in there fighting or anything. I don't see a sushi. I don't think there's a sushi in Sky Factory. I've seen it in other ones. I just don't think it's here. Crouton? That can't be that filling. Rice bread? That's just gross. Biscuits and gravy. All right, where's the ban button? Well, I believe I'm going to go with delicious grilled cheese sandwiches. Grilled cheese sandwiches. So... Hello, my royal cheesecake. Good day. Grilled cheese sandwiches. Sounds delicious. What is this? Cheesecake? I do like a nice cheesecake, though. Hello, Tarlo. What's up? So, all sorts of goodies are going on today. Oh, yo, grilled cheese sandwiches. Wonder if I could soul bind grilled cheese sandwiches. I don't know why I do that. Can you soul bind food? I would think you should be able to, right? If I want you to, even if you die, I want you to still have it. Putting these in here, but they should not use these during battle. This is for later. Or between streams. Staying alive. Ha, 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 ha. Staying alive. Staying alive. So, what else? So, like I said, I'm sure there'll be some things here I'm going to have to do a little differently than I did on YouTube. Like, I'm going to have to kind of reconfigure how the wheel works. Because there's some additional rules on Twitch to be considered. So there's that. But we will figure that all out together. Woo, 28 people. This is better than almost a normal stream. Hey! Colonel, thank you very much, sir. Colonel has subscribed here. Welcome to the party. That is true. She would have me arrested. I would like to just draw everyone's attention to the threats that I'm receiving, though. I'm just saying, for no general reason, if everyone could make a mental point of, all of the threats and such going on. All right, I'm going to leave that chest there in case I need to put something else in it. So, hey, thank you very much. Hey, that time I saw it. Okay, maybe I was just talking so loudly the last time I didn't see it. Very cool. Thank you, Yerbs. I appreciate that. Oh, Yerbs has jumped up to the 3rd place of the most bits I've ever got. That's awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I have to figure out how all this stuff works. I'm so excited. I couldn't tell you. I barely slept last night because I was like so excited of getting in here and seeing all the cool stuff we can do. Okay, so we have now. Has anybody here not seen this yet? Does anybody want a tour real quick of the Let's Build server? I don't know if anybody out there is new or not. Have you watched anime? I watched it in my youth. I'm a very old man now. I watched a little bit when I was younger. My wife is really into anime and manga. So, she is into that. I don't really watch it, though. I almost watch nothing. I spend 99% of my free time watching Rooster Teeth. Rooster Teeth content has been my primary source of entertainment for 8 to 10 years at this point. I've been watching them longer, but at that point they start putting out so much stuff, I just try to watch it all. Some kind of Twitch million. I appreciate your lurking. All right, so we're going to give you a tour. All right, so this is a Let's Play server. The whole concept here is I'm building different Let's Play games that I'm going to bring people in, play through them, and film them, and then release them as videos on my YouTube channel. This is the Welcome Center. This is where everyone will begin. That's the spawn point right there. Anybody who spawns on a server in Sky Factory will appear up here where the top of the tree was. So I put a little slimy block so they don't hurt their feeties when they fall. Thank you, Choco Thunder77, for the follow. Appreciate it and welcome. Here's the Welcome Center. Now, I'm very, very proud of the ceiling in the Welcome Center. It's probably my favorite overall looking thing that I've ever made. I just really like the design. Turned out exactly like I wanted, so I'm very happy with it. This is where they will come to start the Let's Plays. There's portals to some of them. Some of them will be, this one here is for a different one I'm going to show you in a minute. This one has an ender book. So over here, this is the water cooler of experience that I have stood on so that if they need experience to do that, they can do that. But yeah, so this is the Welcome Center. Now, for those people who win a Let's Play, we have the Hall of Champions. And I will place a sign above the pedestal and put something on here representing them or their win with the date and the Let's Play they do. I have this, and then these walls here I can bust out. There's more space behind them if I need to extend this down the road. Hopefully you'll see that I plan on investing some serious time in this. So, let's talk about the first Let's Play I built. The first one I built was a pyramid. It's a very large pyramid. Now, this pyramid is a 3-stage Let's Play. Now, this part up here is not part of the Let's Play. This is just where I sacrifice people. Don't pay any attention to that. That's just for me. But we're going to go down here. Wee-hee. Woohoo! There are 12 entrances, 3 on each side. Every Let's Play I built has been designed for 12 people. In this one, they will come in here. They will rest in their bed. They will get out their armor, which has dyed their color, soul brown, unbreaking, and a stack of delicious Domino's pizza. And when I say go, they'll enter the maze. Let me show you the maze. I need to go get... This down here is the command center. This is just where I keep track of things that I will need for different Let's Plays. So for this one, I will need the pyramid entrance, because your old friend Draven has to have his own secret entrance. Because I'm cool like that. Okay, so here's the maze. So 12 people will enter into this maze. There's no PvP, there's no combat, there's no monsters in there. I have glass on top, so any monsters that spawn will spawn on top. But their goal will be to make it through the maze to this center spot where there are some elevator blocks. It is a large maze. I'm assuming this might take more than one part. But down there is an elevator block, and when they make it to the elevator block, they can jump and go up to level number 2. Level number 2. Here they will sleep in a bed. Checkpoint. Inside they will find some more delicious Domino's pizza. And they'll also find a stone sword that is soulbound and unbreaking. Here, they will take that and they will leave. Now that they have a sword, their goal is to make it in here and find one of the 4 portals. There are 4 portals that each lead up to tier number 3. But in this one, they'll have a little bit of obstacles to get through, as I have filled the place with monster spawners. Now, they're not to fight each other. It's purely for that, for those. Now, whoever gets up here first, they get an iron sword. It is not soulbound or unbreaking, but they do get an iron sword. Second and third place get a gold sword, so they can use it here, use it up how they need, but if they do die, they drop it. Someone else might get it. So this is level number 2. They find the portals, and then they go up to level number 3. So level number 3 looks a little different, but I'll explain why. Here they're going to come upstairs. Again, they're going to sleep in their bed. Checkpoint. They are going to open up this chest and pick up the banner that is their color. Then they're going to go stand on their color elevator block. Once there are 4 people up here, I will say go. I have to hydrate. Oh my goodness. I appreciate you all popping on. Thank you. Hello, everybody. So, when I say go, they will jump. There's a glass tunnel that will lead them to their own point in the maze. Everyone will drop in their own spot. Right? All the glass, it's glass like this, A, because it's fun to watch them struggle, and number two, because I want to be able to see through it. Because everyone will enter the maze, and now it's only PvP. There's another sword in there. Whoever can get 3 banners plus their own and make it back into the middle wins. So that's the goal. You can't get in the room unless you die. You got to go back out your tunnel because there's no way out of it. But there are 4 iron doors, but you can only use the doors from the outside. But you can't enter the room until you have all 4 of them. So, again, now whoever gets here first, their perk is I'm going to take their banner, which means their banner is protected. They only have to get 3 other banners. No one can take theirs. That's their perk. Whoever makes it back into the room with 4 banners, one of which is their own, wins the Let's Play. And that's Pyramid. So this is a very large thing. Took a couple weeks to put all this together, but pretty happy with it. Really like how everything turned out. The bottom part, of course, obviously took the longest. Where's my door? There it is. Those are your emotes. Oh, nice. Hype. Is that Vegemite? That's disgusting. Close that real quick. And we'll go put this back in the command center, and then I will show you some more Let's Plays. In fact, one of these Let's Plays I have to fix today. We've learned some things recently. All right. So that one is Pyramid. That's the first one that I built. So now the next one we're going to is a Let's Play called Headhunter. So Headhunter, they're going to come here. They're going to sleep in their bed. Once again, they're going to get their suits of armor. They're going to get their sword and a stack of delicious cheeseburgers. I use different food in every Let's Play. It's a thing. Their also hat is going to have night vision, and their sword's going to have unbreaking, beheading, and soulbound. Night, Colonel. Have yourself a good one, sir. Thank you for coming by, and thank you for subbing. I appreciate it. So, they will have 20 minutes to get the most amount of unique heads in their chest. I have put a bunch of animals down that all have the ability to drop their head. And this end has different animals the same way. So they can run to either end if they like. But the big part is this. This is the boom room. In the boom room, I have large amounts of monsters, and majority of these will also drop heads. Here at the back are the key to it, though, because back here, they're all human spawners. And that's where you get all these different skins, all of which have the opportunity to drop their own head. Now, they will not have keep inventory on, so if they die in here, they're going to lose all their heads. Their armor and their weapon will be soulbound, but their heads will not be. They're going to want to go in and out of here regularly and drop theirs off. These are here so that monsters can't get in. Now, myself, I put a bunch of dispensers in the back wall. So, if I feel they're doing too well, I can throw out some special monsters. And I've made a little spot for me so I can go in and out as I'm filming. Filming here. I can come back out, film out here, because there are 12 people. And it should be fun. But this one is called Beheading. So pretty excited about that. And that was the second one I built. After that, we built the Water Temple. So here's the Water Temple. The door's down there. But what it is basically, it's a boat race that I've built in here. We're going to go and take a little bit better look at it. This is the Water Temple. So they're going to enter through here. Woohoo. And they... Thank you, Crazy Ninja Gamer, for the follow. I appreciate that. Awesome Sky Factory 4 playthrough. Crowd control. Is that the one where people can donate to make me do bad things or silly things? I can't remember. Here they will go ahead and they will sleep in their bed, because that's what happens at all these Let's Plays. Then they will get themselves a stack of boats. Now this one is going to be done in 3 heats of 6. 6 people will race, 6 people will race. The first 3 people in each one will do a final round. When I say go, they will enter into the boat race. And they will swim me through. Go through here. There are some obstacles. They have to go through spiderweb hell. I have different names for this stuff every time. This is pistons. Pistons will be going... I have them turned off right now for lag purposes. To make sure I minimize it. But I can turn those on when I need to. Then they've got a very twisty and turny little race to spawn a creeper on your head. Rest. I saw some other people doing that, and I like the thought of that. That looks cool. This is pistons going up and down. They are all on different timers, so if your boat goes over one, it will fling you into the roof and potentially smash your boat while you bring a stack of them. Then they're going to go through some more boaty race. Then they're going to go down. Then they're going to go down. Then they're going to go left or right. Now, I've never shown the left side. I will say that they're identical in the fact... Oops. What do we got there? Hey, Crazy Ninja Gamer. Thank you very much. You have gifted a Tier 1 sub to Xmod. That's awesome. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. So, in here, they'll have to go through fans again. I have them turned off for now. I'll turn all this on before we film. And once they get through that, they have to go through Spider Hell 2. Now, with this, the reason I've never shown the other side, because while they're identical, one side has less webs than the other. Now, this one could be the less webs, or it could be the more. Nobody knows, so I've never shown the other direction, so people don't know which one they should take. Yes, welcome to all the new subs and followers. I appreciate everybody coming by. Thank you. After that, they're going to go through here into the dark maze. It's a little brighter for me because I got night vision on right now. They won't have that. But as they're coming through here, it's a little bit darker. I've been having a lot of fun with black anti-block lately because black anti-block has no texture and it's very hard to understand. I wanted it to be completely black in here, but there's no way to darken the water, sadly. And every dark colored water sets your boat on fire. So it's molten something. They'll get in here, and there are 6 different directions that they can go down. They'll get to choose. They all go to the same place. They'll have to pick the one they want. Oh, some take longer than others. Oh, this one's a windy one. They'll end out in here. Now, hopefully, they'll be able to figure out which way to go. I don't know if they will. I should probably put a sign or something, maybe a hint. I don't know. Maybe. But they'll go this direction. Welcome, you're awesome. Oh, that's awesome. Jeremy sent you an idea for a minigame. Yeah, throw it at me. Oh, a couple days ago. Yes, I will definitely do so. They will fall down rainbow hell. Lots of hells in this one. And then then it's just a spinny, windy race. It's a little tight. I'm hoping that some people get here around the same time. There might be a little bit of buncing, maybe a little bit of anger. Yeah, that'd be okay. Oh, that guy died. The floor is glass, so you can look outside at space while you're swimming around, like I am. I actually wanted to do the floor differently. I was going to have the floor just water blocks because I thought I had a way to keep the water from falling down. So that way, if people stayed still too long, they fell through to the void. But we could not quite get that to work. I think I can get it to work. I'm going to have to put some more time into figuring that out. So again, this last part is purely just a boat race, trying to get to the end. And the first person to cross this line is the winner. That door's just for me to get in here. But once they have won, boop, they go through here, and they're back up here again. And they will be able to go and... Thank you, Lex, for the follow. Appreciate that, sir. So they'll be here, and then they'll be back, and we're back where we started again. So that one's the boat race. That was the third one I made. I'm going to show the obstacle course first before golf, because golf is a long one. So the obstacle course is the one that I built just a couple days ago. This is the one I finished. It is, surprisingly, an obstacle course. This one, again, there's no armor, no clothes. We do have a little room down here where they can set their spawns. There's a portal that'll bring them in here. This will, again, be run in 3 heats of 6. So whoever comes first, second, and third in the first 2 heats get to go in the final one here. When they're online. Well, I appreciate that, Lux. Thank you. So I have a little switch that I can flip over here that'll make this light up. That's the go button. Once that's lit up, they will race. And there's just some basic platforming to get started. They got to jump over the hole. If they fall, they will die. Then they'll spawn back there. I've got plans. And there'll be some more. Now, on this one, they're going to go down. There's a little tunnel full of water they have to swim through. Then they'll come up and they'll have to make their way across the doors. So that should be cool. I'm really proud of that little thing. I'd never done that before. It just crossed my mind while I was looking for automations, and it worked really, really well. So that's pretty cool. They'll make their way over a couple more little hurdles. Then they'll have to swim through. But this one's got fans that pull you down. So that's going to make things difficult. And then they'll go over here. They'll set their spawn real quick as they're running through to checkpoint. Then they have to make it up the water elevators. They're going to need to swim up near the top, or they won't be high enough to make it, especially with the last ones. And they'll jump down here. Again, they'll make it up a hurdle. This one here is intended where it's like here, then you got to go up here, then you got to jump up there. You're not allowed to run on the white, obviously, unless you can't do a hurdle and you've got to go back. These ones, they just have to run across, but several of these blocks are fake, sneaky blocks, and running over them, they'll just drop in a small hole. It'll slow them down. Then it's going to be a little weaving. Hugo, weaving. Then they're going to climb this. They're going to jump down on the block. It's the only way to get over the next hurdle. I think I'm going to put one more thing right here, but I haven't decided what yet, so I'm waiting. Just a little bit more platforming. Then they're going to have to get over here. Climb up, jump over to the elevator, or the ladders, make it to the top. Then they have to jump to the rope. They will have to spin around the rope to get down on the block. That's not super easy, but it is doable. Then they'll do that again and again and again until they got to the last one. Then they have to jump over to the ladders. I have tested all these. It is possible to do it. They'll get on the ladder up top. Then they'll jump again, land in a bouncy block. Woohoo! Then they have to set their spawn again because this is the hard one. Making it across the fans. See, I didn't do it because I didn't get a jump. You got to get a good jump off the beginning, or else you're going to fall and die. Jump. Jump. Oh, I skipped one. Oh, I flew by accident. But anyway, I forgot I could fly. But yeah, they got to bounce from that to that to that to here. Then they have to go through the dark room. The dark room is built completely out of anti-blocks, but it's not straight. There are things in there you have to go around, obstacles. But it's black anti-block, so there's absolutely no light. I'm going to go ahead and close the door. They have to find their way through the maze in the dark. I promise you right now, I'm walking forward and I'm walking around. And eventually, you'll get to the other door. I know the path, so it's easy for me. But for them, it's possible they may get turned around and come back out the wrong side. I really like that. I have a feeling I'm going to do something else along those veins a bit larger in the future. But the anti-block is so much fun. Then they're going to run on down here to the end. They're going to flip their switch, which lights their light up and shoots them up some fireworks. And that is how I will know who is going to be there. Add Project E, please. Oh, to this? Oh, yeah, I don't have Project E in this. But yes, so we have that. So that's the obstacle course. 6 people will run it 2 times. So 6 people will run it, then another 6 people. First, second, and third of each one will end up running in the final heat. So the last one, they'll have already run it once. Everybody will have to try, so they'll have an idea of which way to go. But I really like the way this one turned out. I think it's really pretty, and I like that. You guys saw Thunderdome. I explained what that one was a minute ago. So this is the last one. Now, this one was not my idea. This was Miss Mom of 6 Pets, Teresa, who came up with this one. Again, they'll come in here. They will get themselves a stack of their color wool. They'll get a stack of delicious spaghetti, a slime sling that is soulbound, and an ender book that is also soulbound. Then they're going to come out here to the golf course. We're going to play some sling golf, where you are the golf ball. You've got to get yourself in the cup. Oh, sweet. That was a good shot. Oh, almost. Ah, there we are. Oh, but yeah. Oh, gotcha. So this is sling golf. That's hole number 1. Every other hole is green like a normal one, and the ones in between it have themes. So this is our winter-themed one. We got some ice packs with some fans. You land on there, you can get blown right off the end. Then we're going to bumble along here. We got some water traps. I think if you land in a water trap or a sand trap, you have to add 1 stroke to your score. I think that's what I'm going to do with those, so there's a reason to get around them. And then they have to get over to this little cup over here. That's number 2. Number 3 is called levels. Oop. Right up. Number 3 is levels. Oh, also, I should say this. I have a little elevator block at the front of each one, so they can go up high real quick and see what the hole looks like, so they know what they're aiming for. But on this one, they're going to go up and hopefully not overshoot it and make it up to the cup. It's hole number 3. Hole number 4 is the desert temple. So in this one, make their way around through some prickly cactuses. The book I said had the Ender book will have has a teleport set for the beginning of each one of the holes. So when they're done a hole, they can use the book to get to the next one. You got to get in over the lid or through the door and make it into that. Let's see. I gave Draven a couple of promotional images for a pack a while ago. I'll have to look. This is waterfalls. Don't go chasing those. I heard that sometime somewhere. You make it all the way up to the top. Get in there. After that is going to be volcano. Now, our man Turtle introduced me to a block that I adore in creative now. And it's a smoke block from the Twilight Forest. So it lets me make smoke where I want it. I love the smoke block. So in this one, they have to make it into here without, of course, dying, getting on the floor, and get inside and get in there. I did not put the hole directly in the middle. They're probably going to have to come in here and then get back in, which adds a little more difficulty. After that is a very special one that I really enjoy. This one's slightly opposite. Instead of going up, they're going to go down. They're going to jump, and they're going to go in here, and they're going to fall. And then they have to make it into this hole. But these are bouncy blocks. They go a little bit too hard, and they will bounce right off the edge. Smart players may use the pole to their advantage. The cats and the wizard. Yes, for the stuff you were using for your for the mod pack you're making, if I remember correctly. So the next one is Spooky Golf. So Spooky Golf, you have to go in one of these 3 holes. You're not allowed to jump over the haunted house. Now, right now, there's green wool in there. Okay? Now, that won't be there during the actual play. The green wool is there because each hole takes you to one of these 3 tunnels. Now, you're probably thinking, Draven, you fool. Obviously, this one on the left goes to this. It does not. Inside here, I put some ladders, ramps, and such that mixes them up. So nobody knows which hole leads to which tunnel. I've never showed that on stream. I'll break the wool right before we start. So this hole here does not go to this one. Or does it? I'm just saying. I mixed them up. It's very cool. So if they get the middle one, which is the easiest, all they have to do is jump over the spooky old tree that broke in half and get inside the hole. Right there. And then over here, this is the second best one. Then they just have to jump over the sticky spider, get around this corner, and then jump across to get to the hole. And if they make it to this one over here, which is the longest path, there's not really any major obstacles. They just have to go all the way around. They could try to jump across. It is not easy to line that up. They'll probably get more holes if they do. Then they'll make it over here and hop in. I'm going to make it night for this one because these things get all smoky and lightning hits the graves. It's very cool. Draven, at 50k subs and followers, you should either do a dare of your viewer choice or play a game with a bunch of viewers. The game is your choice. Well, we're going to do some Jackbox. That I can tell you. We'll definitely do Jackbox multiple times. But 50k subs. Wow. I don't know if we'll get that high, but that would be awesome. That would be cool. That's some dreams right there. I appreciate that thought. So this is Spooky Golf. Then we move to the last hole. Speedrun fan brain is working fast right now. Excellent. Maybe it does, maybe. Yes, exactly. So in this one, the first hole, this first thing technically does not count against you. You just got to get your way through the waterfall. This is where it begins. Now this one I have a separate spawn point for. This is the last hole, because this one is the one that really is the only one that may have the opportunity to be lethal. So what I've tried to do here is build the typical Minecraft experience. When you get down and you start mining and such, this is what I wanted to represent. So I had to build all this, because there is none of this in Sky Factory, of course. Snuck a little ODG in there and some different ores, but I had to seed it with the different ores, try to make it look a little natural, try to give that feel like you've gone through here and tunneled this out. So the first thing is you got to get down here, but you got to be careful. You don't want to go shoot too hard. You hit that back wall, you're going to land in the lava. You might be able to make it to the water in time. Here's hoping. Then you got to make over these stalagmite thingies. I can never remember which one's which. Over the lava, over here to the little mini dungeon. You don't want to shoot too hard, because over here I got some spikes. Those could kill you. After that, you have to make it across the ravine, through the abandoned mine. I'm really proud of the abandoned mine. I really like the little golf carts going through there, or little mine carts. Not over the spider web, and either through or around the big creeper. Then they spin around here, and they have to go through gravel drop. They got to make it through some more stalaggies. These ones have spikes on top. They're a little more dangerous. Get around lava corner, which is also dangerous. There are a few places they might be able to shoot right over to, or they could go and try to miss it. Right? It's not lethal. No, it does not blow up. It does not. I don't want to blow up my golf course. and then they'll go through water, and then they'll go into the stronghold. So once they enter into the stronghold, we have the typical stronghold experience, right? You got your little basic trophy room. Why did that statue get blocks of wood around it? Wow. Okay, give me a second. I have no idea what could have caused that. What was I using? 1 second. I don't know if that was not supposed to be there. If I did that myself, I'm not sure. These are just for aesthetics. Okay. So they'll get in here, and then of course, almost every stronghold has a library, right? Get through your little library here. And then the typical stronghold is just all bunch of ladders and stairs and spins and trying to find out where the actual end is. None of these go anywhere. They're just here for looks and aesthetics. That just goes up into the ceiling. I put black anti-block behind stuff to make it look like they go somewhere. Then they'll come back through here. They'll have to jump through this hole. Then they'll have to go through this hole. And here we have the final hole, which I made out of an ender portal. So they have to try to jump their way up inside of that. We made some swords and axes and stuff that look pretty cool. And they have to either they can jump their way up there, or they can take a gamble and jump through here. But if they miss with this, they will die and go all the way back to the beginning. Hole in one. Hey, that's not a bad idea, Turtle. Given the lose one for that, like lose a hole, I could put that together. I think that's a good call. So yeah, I made a little mini end portal, and that's the final cup. So that is Sling Golf. You guys see all the stuff out here, and I try to make it three-dimensional. Things pop out. That's Gravel Fall, and then we've got our little carts that are booking it around the corners over here. Sometimes in the hole in the wall, it looks like there's tunnels that go up if you're really watching, but they're dead ends. But it looks like there's other branches. This is the largest hole. How did you do the gravel falling? I can show that to you. Yeah. So what I did is, this may get loud for a moment. What I did is I used, of course, some block placers pressing against the wall. I'm using material stonework factories, which will, as long as they've got power, will make gravel forever. And they're just feeding it in there, powered by a creative battery. And then underneath of these, I have a redstone clock. And each redstone clock is set to a different timer. That's how you get that. They're not all falling as a solid line. You're getting a good mix, and the pattern will change as you're going through it, just because of the different timers set to the redstone clocks. And there's 2 sections of that. So, yeah. I was really happy that worked out as well as it did. There's a redstone clock under here as well, but they're what run these things down here. Yeah, so that's Gravel Fall. I knew I wanted to do this from the beginning. This was something I wanted to have a little mine there. Yeah, so that is Sling Golf, and the best part is I made 9 holes, which means maybe one day I'll come back and do 9 more, right? I think that'd be cool. So part of the things here is that always raining. Each person's going to have a stack of their color of wool. When they land, they're going to set that block where they landed, and then the next person will take their turn. So it's going to be one person at a time. I have a feeling golf will be 2 or 3 episodes. This one in Pyramid probably won't be one video. I just think I could just teleport. They're going to be a little bit longer, but yeah. So that's what I know. It takes a little while to show all that, but yeah, you could do that with snow, sir. The thing with the material stonework that I like is it will make infinite without any other real thing. Just power is all it needs, no other materials. All right, so we're back here in Sling Golf, right? Or I mean, Thunderdome, which is the new one I'm working on now, which is what we're going to work on today. I need to get some this because I want to draw a pattern up here. I want to kind of match this a little bit. This is here, so that way when the monsters come out, they don't die. I should probably test that. Make sure that's big enough to do that. Where are my monster eggs? Let's grab something. I don't have any creepers in here. Where's a zombie? Spider. No, they don't die by sunlight. Where's zombie? Zombie horse. Zombie. There we go. I just want to test this. Good. So with that over top, I don't have to worry about the sunlight killing any of these things now. 1 USD to the stream. Oh, yes, that is correct. Yeah, so basically each bit is a penny, is a way to think about that. And you can buy bits, or you can watch. You can earn bits by watching ads. I have a bunch. That's how I got a bunch of bits. So I donated them to some of my friends. But yeah, you can buy them and do that. Sometimes there's sales on them and things. Bits are cool. That's another good thing about this is there's ways to get things like that that don't cost people anything for people who want to be able to support someone. That's a really good perk of Twitch. That was one of the things I wanted to come over here because a lot of people are like, oh, I would, but I don't have any way of paying. All right, you, sir, goodbye. So that was successful. So here's what I need to do here. So I do, after I've done this, I do have to go over there and I have to fix the swords on Headhunter. Still won't let you do that? Ooh, that's good. For my fan on. I'm toasty. All right. Snow aren't a falling block. You are 100% correct. I hadn't thought about that. That's sad. Why don't they have snow falling? All right, so I need monsters, right? So let me get a bunch of them. We're going to fill up some monsters here. What do we got? So what do we want to put in here? Now, I don't want anything ranged because they can't leave. And if a skeleton walks out, either it'll die or it'll sit out here and just shoot them and they can't do anything about it. Oh, ad block? Gotcha. So I want to pick up some monsters. So I'm thinking cave spiders, right? That's a good one. Not chickens. Not doing creepers because I don't want to blow up my build here. Enderman I'm not interested in. Ghasts, I don't think so. Horse husks. Husks might not be bad. We could do a stack of husks. Sling here. Magma cubes? Oh, some cubes. That'd be a good idea because they'll break up and just give more problems. More money, more problems. Parrots, pigs, polar bear, rabbit, sheep, shulker now. Silverfish. Now I can't do skeleton, it's ranged. Skeleton horse is ranged as well. Guess we could do squid. Or what's a stray? I forget what a stray is. Stray. Oh, that's a ranged thing. I can't use that. No. Beast Lazar. That is an interesting. Beam by drive. I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that. All right, turtle. All right. Somebody just walked. Oh, that's Stray. I was like, who is that? And it was the guy I put there. But on a Stray. Shulker. We already did that. Vex, Villager, Vindicator. Witches. Oh, yeah. Witches will be a good one. Wither skeletons, for sure. Gotta have zombies. Zombie Pigman. Ooh, that could be a good one because you hit. People might not hit them. Zombie Villagers, maybe. I can drop a couple of these if we find something better. Blizz, they fly, so I can't use that. Ender Fighter. Ender Fighter might be irritating. Let's do that and get rid of this. Big idea about make it snow. Now I think I'll make clear glass automation. There you go. Cool deal. I love the failed animals, but they're just not threatening. Failed chicken. Mad scientist. Mutant scientist. Ooh, droids. I can put some melee droids in there, potentially. Wild boar. Not that scary. Red cap goblins. Those aren't bad. Let's grab. Swarm spider. Oh, that's... Okay, let's put some of these away. All right. Some of that in there, that in there. Will you let me duplicate it? You will not. Twice. These. I don't want the same in all of them, but there's some things that are going to be the same. That's good. We got that one here. I'm about to say Beam NG drive. Don't know that one either. I am not a wise man. All right, let's go down to the bottom and go backwards now. Let's see what we got. Feral Ghoul. That seems interesting. Let's see what that is. What's a Feral Ghoul? Yeah, that looks threatening. Let's throw some of those there. Yes, I can do a Let's Play with anything. That's in Sky Factory 4. Resource. Baby skeleton? No, I don't want that. Blue slimes aren't that scary. Snow Queen. I can't put bosses in here, obviously. Winter Wolf. Alpha Yeti. No. Regular Yetis? Yes. Oh, wait, I already put them in the boss section. Firefly, that's not. King Spider's a boss. Red Cap Sapper, we'll grab some of those. Pinch Beetles, yes. Slime Beetles, oh, they're ranged. No, never mind. Fire Beetle, he's not ranged. He's kind of ranged, but he stays close. Minotaurs, I want things that may potentially knock them out of the room. Mosquito Swarms. Sounds irritating. A rabbit, should I fight a rabbit? Hydra. Yeah, I'll just put a Hydra in the middle of all that, right? Yeah, Minotaurs are great. I'm definitely going to get some. So what I'm looking for is a set that I can put in all of these. So this is what I'm going to put in all of them moving forward. Kind of thing. So let me do this. You know what? Let me grab that back. Here's what I'll do. A stack of each. I'll duplicate them like this. This is what I'm going to put in most of these now. Open that up. We're here and do the same thing. Oh, hydrate. Shall do. It's cool that you guys have those coins. So we named them dragon scales for the Draven's Dragons thing, right? Thought that would be groovy. I should probably find some way to what's what I'm looking for. How did I get one in there already? Oh, right, I put a giant miner in one. Look at all the hydrates. You're trying to drown me. I should probably put in some type of notification for that, huh? I promise I'll drink as much as I can. I gotta kill that guy later. Did I get this one? I did. This one. Oh, goodness, come back. I forgot to dupe him. Doopy doopy doop, doopy doopy doop. Because I can start whipping out these things all at once whenever I'm ready. Got to go to prepare some stuff. All right, Lex, thanks for coming by, man. Have yourself a wonderful day, brother. And thank you for coming by my first Twitch stream. This is actually probably one of the highest views I've had for a morning stream in a very long time. I will, again, after this stream here, I will be taking a 2-hour break, but then I'll be back for 6 hours tonight in our survival world, where we are going to be head hunting. Hello, Beast Laser. Some monsters for you. There's some monsters for you. Everybody gets the monsters. I may come back and mix a couple of these up with something else later. Who knows? Who knows, I tell you. That should be the last one. I've already got an armored giant in there. That works for me. All right, so I believe those are all full now. See? Everybody said, why not build out of wool? Because lightning sets things on fire. I hate lightning. Let's see. Okay, so this is Rose. Mama told me to tell you that she's going to the dump shell. Be back soon. Gotcha. Appreciate it. Understandable. Thank you very much, Rose. Nice to see you. Did you just do 6 hydrates with 1 drink? No. I'm doing them one at a time so I don't drown, my friend. I'm going to do all 6. I just didn't want to chug a whole bottle and throw up all over you guys. I have a spare one. Plus, I still got to figure out how this stuff works. I'll get the other 3. Give me some time so I don't get sick. Oh, no, I don't want that. Ooh, burps. So, yes. So now that I'm over here, that's the whole point? Okay, here we go then. I'm going to chug... Excuse me. Sorry about that. I'm going to chug a whole bottle. What is this guy dancing for? Sir, this is no time for the boogaloo. Okay. So we got our monsters. I want to build... This just looks too plain up there. I feel it should do something. We are... 1, 2, 3. Maybe I will leave that as it is. I finished the top. Wait a minute. What are you doing over here? Did I take this guy out? I did take that guy out, didn't I? Oh, Brought that guy. Okay. The Thunderdome is about done. I mean, that's pretty much what I wanted out of it. I'll come back later and fill up my throne with additional eggs in case I need them later. If we do multiple rounds, I can restock it. But Thunderdome, again, was... Some of these are really quick to build and pretty easy to play, but some of those will be... take a lot longer, right? So that's why I wanted a mix of them. I think I had everything down here I needed, right? They got their food, they got their sword, they're not getting armor. I end up not needing that for anything, so we'll get... And I got my teleporter, so yeah. We're done with Thunderdome. Nice. Mark that off the list. Let's see. That was my Ring of Survival. Draven, have you tried Urn Brew? I'm not sure what Urn Brew is. Like a coffee or a beer? Is it brew? I don't know. I'm not sure what that is. So, I need to build an arena, much like I built in the survival world. So that's a place I can use for multiple Let's Plays. I do want to do a Let's Play with animals. I want to do something that's a straight-up platformer. And I want to rebuild my Dark Course. So there's that. Plus there's some other ideas I have I want to throw around. Real quick, let me go over here and fix Headhunter before I move forward, because I'm going to forget if I don't. Grab one of these swords here. An anvil. Iron Brew. It's a soda. Oh, no, I don't drink sodas at all. I haven't had a soda since March 1st, 2011. I don't drink soda. This is carbonated water over here, but I do not sodas. Experience, lure, smashing, smelting, soulbound, auto station, fortune. I need looting. Where's looting? There are more books somewhere else. Oh, there they are. I need looting, and I need beheading. Fire aspect. Looting. Looting 3. That. Edge. Need headhunting. Scavenger. Power. Warple. Oh, there it is. Beheading. Oh, okay. So. Need to fix this sword. Looting. 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 Alright. The Scottish soda. Well, that's more tempting, but I sadly still can't. Unbreakable, beheading, soulbound 3, looting 3. Looting 4, yes. Looting 5, yes. I need all the lootings. Isn't looting the one that helps you drop stuff more, right? Am I doing that right? Looting is the one that will increase your chance of something dropping. I think it is. Looting 4. Oh, looks like looting can only go up to 4. Okay. So be it then. Did I auto? I did auto. Stop it. Oh, it's because I'm in the anvil again. Gotta go check something. All right, Turtle. Scottish soda. Yes, carbonated water. Watch the stream, though? Hey, excellent, Rose. Well, we are happy to have you, my friend. There's more stuff, so I don't need that anymore. Beheading, 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 beheading. I need lots of beheading. Beheading 2. Uh-oh. It only go beheading 2? That's not good. That's not good at all. All right. Xmod says, yes, I'm right. I am right? Don't know what I'm right about, but I'm glad to hear it. Made a beheading 2. Can I make a beheading 3 book? No. Darn it. Well, I guess that's the best I can do with this. So I'm going to come in here, give everybody a sword. Take away their other sword. That sword. Here, got those. Here, they'll get one of those. Right. So, what do you guys think of this place so far? Oh, is it? Okay. I know I had looting 7 on my Tinker's thing, so I was thinking the enchant would do the same. I was wrong. I was lied to. Misled, if you will. Oops, give me 1, 2, 3. I need to make 3 more. Here, get that. Right. All the swords are now subbed out with something that will hopefully help us get swords easier. Oops. Some of this stuff now. That, get rid of those. That. Yes. All right. Headhunting. That should hopefully help fix that problem. It is. Okay. Excellent. Thank you. All right. So that is done. That is done. That is done. That is done. That's over there. That's over there. So say fire. I appreciate that. I will try to be as fire as possible. That sounds like something I'd want to be. I'm starting to think I need to put a cooler. I didn't think about this until while I was showing you guys the golf course. They're going to be using ender books over here, and I did not give them a cooler. They're going to need a cooler. Iron. Tank. Brain tank. Tap. Fill it up with my juices so that everyone can enjoy them. Enjoy them deliciously. But again, I appreciate you all coming by and hanging out today. Hey, I have a YouTube channel. I should mention that. If you would like to see it, there's a link down here underneath in the bottom of the Twitch area. I've got to figure out what that's called. And then there's links to all my socials. It would be boss if you would consider following me on Twitter and or Instagram as well. I'm trying to get the Twitter built up a little bit so I can stay on top of that. Oh, still got to keep going. Trying to make sure that everybody can stay on top of things or changes as they happen. Today is the first day for me on Twitch, and I'm pretty excited about it so far. It appears to be going well. I have to fix raid notifications. I got to fix bits. Well, the bits notification works, so I got to fix raid notification. I didn't get one of those. My juices all out yet? Nope. Got to put in a lot of juices. This takes a minute. I probably could have just got a bucket of XP. Well, it's not going to give me an banana. Well, you actually called experience. There is no bucket of experience. Interesting. Interesting. Yes, the YouTube channel is called Onlydraven Gaming, and it would be delicious if you'd consider giving it a follow. All right, my children, we have finished with another one. Although I'm going to... Oh, wait. I did forget something. Every time I think I'm done, I pull myself back in. Look how horrible this looks underneath. I can't do that. It's just too gross. I always do... This is like one of the last things that I do. Up a little bit. One layer of brick. Help fix the majority. So now from a distance, it doesn't look like there's a bunch of stuff sticking underneath. But it still gives me access to the holes to fix any of the dispensers should they break or something of that nature. All right. What are we going to build next? Something with animals. So we thought, or the boogeyman will eat your feet. That would be nice if you would, yes. And the YouTube channel is where I have all of my tutorials. That's kind of what I'm known for more than anything else. Sky Factory 4 specifically, but a lot of those will carry over to any mod pack using the same mods. I do short, to the point, easy to understand tutorials to help people with things they may not know. So if you're looking for some help in Minecraft, my channel is a great place to have access to that. I also post them in the Sky Factory subreddit. Penguin. I want to say there are penguins. Intrigue me with the look now. I believe there are. I've got polar bear. These aren't always alphabetized though, so it's hard to tell. Does not look like it. No. In other ages? Okay. All right. So let's see. Animals. So I'm trying to think of a good way to use animals because I have a couple ideas for it. I don't want it to be a gathering thing. Like I don't want them to gather the animal. I'd almost rather it be like an animal race or something of that nature. Something along those lines. Oh yeah, again, I thought penguins existed in the game, but again, they just may not be in Sky Factory. You know, throw your request out. Can't make promises, but I'll take a look. I sometimes make. So I kind of want to say with animals, I'm tossing around an idea. I also wanted to do some type of digging thing, where I build like a huge cube, and everybody has to dig, like of just mixed stuff and things like that. So, Botania? I would have to learn it, but yes, I probably could. It's not in Sky Factory. One reason I've never touched with it. It's technically in Sky Factory 3. I could release it as a Sky Factory 3 tutorial. I still do those on rare occasions. Write that down. I could do that. Animal gathering. So yeah, I'm thinking about, of course, it's time, now I've built two over there, I'm going to have to build something on each side of the pyramid. I want to go over this direction, I thought, for the big dig. Oh, volcano block? Ugh. Sorry, I had to shudder there for a moment. So, there's that. Let me see. So I'm thinking that... So for a dig, I want a dig one and an animal one. You only play Sky Factory 3? Oh, well, that makes sense then. That makes total sense. Wow, I cannot believe, thanks to you guys and your amazing charity, I have 11 subscribers on a channel that technically this is my first real day. Oh, no, you're fine. I try to forget it too. Is there a chunk missing out of that? Oh, good kid. Just hadn't loaded. For a minute there, I was about to be very scared. For some reason, creepers keep blowing things up on my regular server. So today we're going to be in, again, I'm streaming this till 4 p.m. Eastern. All my stuff's in Eastern Standard Time. I apologize if you're not in Eastern. But then I'm going to be back at 6 to 12 for 6 hours of Minecraft tonight. And I'm going to be jamming back on the survival world. We're going to try to get one of every head available in the game tonight. That's my quest. So, Awake Nightmare But Love. Yes, pretty much how it works. Ugh. Yeah, it was. I found the backup. I found the. I still got the server backup for that. I've got all the server backups. Why not download a schematic and paste it for the digging one? Well, I kind of like to. I kind of like to do my own stuff, though. You know what I mean? I don't like using other people's things. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. The problem with the digging thing is I have to know what they're digging for. You know what I mean? It's trying to figure out, okay, what is the purpose of the digging? I know I want to do a digging thing. I'm just not sure what I'm going to do with it. There were a few of you, Neon. There were a few. There's some people who still ask about it and ask if I'll go back. No. But they, you know, they do inquire. Oh. I might have an idea. there are a lot of different foods in Sky Factory. There's foods, there's drinks, the different animal meats, there's fishing. What if you had 20 minutes to create the most amount of different, unique foods? I provide you the stuff. I provide you animals, a farm, the basic stuff. Maybe. I could put a fish... Oh! I also want to do a fishing thing. Hang on, let me add that on the list. I know I wanted to have a fishing jamboree. Let me grab my... This clipboard is still my favorite thing in the game now. I tell you, I cannot get enough of this. I want to have a fishing one, and I'm talking about a chef one. Okay. What do you think about this? What do you think about this concept? I provide you each your own little kitchen, sandwich station, things of that nature. And you have to dig for the food items. Hidden within the ground, I could have seeds. I could have things that you could use, spawn animals things. What if you went digging down and throughout this block were chests and things with cooking supplies? And then you have to race back up. Instead of 20 minutes now, I make it longer. But you have to dig down and find the cooking supplies. In the very middle of it, down inside, I could have water. They have to find the lake for fishing. So it's a big cube that has all the different food type of items in there. And whatever food item you find, that's what you get to cook with. I love that. I love that. I'm building that right now. That's my new thing. That's my new thing. Oh my goodness. I love that. Oh, that makes me so happy. Well, I'm thinking, imagine the ingredients. Imagine if you're digging around and you find a chest and inside of there's a piece of cheese. Or you're digging through another one and none of the meats and such. I'll still have animals and you have to find the tools to be able to, like, say, kill the animals or whatever that. But I'm thinking, imagine if you're digging through and you're like, because there's a lot of food items, but if I provide a lot of the food items, everybody will be making around the same amount of things. If you have to, I found a raw chicken. So I have to pick which one do I want to make. Do I want to just make a cooked wing? I already have a cooked wing. If I find another chicken, I can make a spicy wing. So I could have all the different food things, from bread to like eggs. You know what I mean? And I can hide multiple. Like, there can be multiple chests with that have an egg in it, and it would never have more than like enough to make one food item. So you'd have to pick which one do I want to make, because you have to make unique stuff. So part of that will be resource management. Okay, I've got this many meats. I could just cook it and have a cooked beef. But what if I took that cooked pork and turned it into bacon, and now I can make other things? I love this. I can provide the basic things like ovens and machines. They have to find all the things they have to cook with. I could even have pockets with a cow in it or a chicken in it. And if they kill it, they get the cow or the chicken. There's so many different ways I can take that now. Excellent. Excellent. So I need a frame. So I need a frame for this, and I'd like to use something I haven't used before. Now, by a frame, I mean I'm going to do almost like a glass cube, where I'm just doing the outer shape of it in this. The outer walls will be clear glass, so I can kind of fly around the outside and see it as well. I can be in spectator mode and zip through, but I can also be on the outside, and you can see people digging almost like an ant farm. You know what I'm talking about? You see some of the tunneling on the outside of the cube, and everybody can be down in there. There'll be no killing each other. No killing each other for resources. This won't be a combat-based one, so there'll be no swords. Well, yeah, I guess you can make a sword to kill an animal. Like I said, I could put a spawn egg for a chicken, or a spawn egg for, that's not a bad idea either, Teresa. I could give them, yeah. Well, the cooking part would go pretty quick. I might flip that. And do 40 minutes for the dig. Because again, I'm going to make this big. I'm talking a huge cube. So they may go 5-6 minutes without finding anything. I'll have to figure that part out. How much to seed it. Punch animals to death. That's true. You could punch you could be a cow puncher. Chicken lover. Like I said, there's everything from like cheese can go in 30 different things. You find a piece of cheese, you're like, well, do I want to make a pizza with it? Do I want to make a, you know what I mean? Excellent. And then I can give crop seeds. I'll give everybody their own little farm. You can't steal from someone else's farm. So on the top of this square, I can have 12 little kitchens with their own little farm, their own little bed. And that doesn't mean I can't put the occasional monster or trap down in there as well. Maybe not monster, because I don't want them fighting. But trap, booby traps, lava, things of that nature. They'll be soulbound. So, okay, I need a frame block. What am I going to build this out of? Obviously, something that's there's not going to be any creepers in there, because I'll light it up enough that that's not an issue. I'll provide them torches. I'll give them torches. So let's see what we got here. I want something snazzy, but I don't want something I've already used. You know what I mean? I'm trying to swing away from making these a little bit different. I've already used obsidian. Yeah, booby traps, so I can have things like water trap, fire, or lava specifically. I have little pods of lava, and they dig into it, all of a sudden lava. That's the traditional mining experience, right? Never mine straight down. Never mine straight down. So yeah, I don't want to use obsidian, because I've already got obsidian. I don't want to use wood, because if I'm going to use lava, I don't want it to be flammable. I've already used sandstone. I've used platinum for the obstacle course. Anti-block. I want something with a bit more texture than that. So I think I want to shy away from black, because this is right next to Headhunter, which is primarily black. I'm saving white for the Colosseum. I'm going to build another Colosseum. Lapis. That's a pretty block. Oh, I've used that in the. Oh, I've already used that. Forgot I used that in the Welcome Center. I've already used the void blocks. Looking for something relatively eye-catching, if not pretty. Potentially crystallized chorus isn't bad. I only need a single block. This is just going to be for the outer frame, so I don't need any. I'm going to build the frame first, and then I'm going to fill it. I'm thinking 150 by 150 by 150 right now. I'm going to build the bottom base and see if I want to make it to 200. I'll have to see. Titanium plate, plastic I've used. Colored cobble? Yeah, colored cobble might be. I haven't used colored cobble before. Now, I did just use platinum, but maybe a block of enderium or... Ooh, signalum. Signalum. That's a pretty block I've not used before. Yeah. Let's do the frame out of signalum. Okay, so I want this to be relatively tall. I've come down pretty low already. So let's see. Let's say that this is the bottom. Let's do... Oh, I could probably come a little closer to this than that. I don't think I need to be that far away from the pyramid. I'd like it to be somewhat visible from the Welcome Center. This is on par, pretty much. I want it to be slightly taller than the bottom, so that works out well. Okay. All right. 151 by 151 by 151 is the size that I'm thinking right now. That's 75 on each side, gives us 150. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 78. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 80. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60, 61, 62, 5, 6, 9, 70, 72, 75. Oh, plenty of space, plenty of space. That'll be nice. That works out well. All right. Hey, supervisor. I'm gonna say supervisor. Are you my boss? Stop that. Stop being my boss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28, 29, 30, 31, 9, 40, 41, 43, 5, 4, 6, 4, 7, 4, 8, 4, 9, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. Hello there, everybody. We came up with an ingenious idea, my man Turtle. I am so very excited. I am so very excited. Check this out, dude. Check this out. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to build a giant cube of different things to dig through. And inside of it, I'll have chests all over the place. And inside each chest will be one ingredient. On the top of this, I will build everybody their own little kitchen. Who can make the most amount of unique food items in the time allotted? I'm thinking of saying 40 minutes to dig, 20 minutes to cook. We're looking at some ideas there, but they have to dig down in here and find all the ingredients. I'm very excited. So right now I'm building just a frame of a cube out of signalum. I'm probably going to make the very bottom of it signalum as well. I'll do a whole bottom base of that, but then I may do a top of that as well, so there'll be a specific entry. They don't dig down the first hole. I may give them specific mine areas to come in. That I'll have to look at. One moment while I count to 150. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 17, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 40, 41, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76. That's my middle block. Well, I'm gonna make it clear glass, so it's like an ant farm. You'll be able to see some of the digging. People digging along the outer edge and stuff. I thought it might be kind of cool. So I could still be in spectator mode and fly through the cubes and look at everybody, but it might be a cool way to see people from the outside. You see people digging along the glass. So I'm going to do just a frame out of signalum, just like a glass cube where it's just the outer edge, and then all clear glass in between that. Counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 67, 21, 31. Six, 9. Now, my concern is that might be too big. You know what I mean? That ended up being much larger than I thought. That's pyramid sized. I'm thinking now of dropping it down to 101. Because I think that might be too... Because again, you think it's going to be the same height. 20, 40 minutes. I'm not sure they're going to be able to dig through all of that. What do you guys think? Should I drop it down to 101? Or should I continue making it this size? Because again, it's going to go up the same height. I think that's just going to be too big. I don't know. Again, 12 play. That's true. That is 12 people at once. Kind of wish I'd gone a little lower now. That is 12 people at once. You are 100% correct, though. 12 people digging. Yeah, because if 12 people are digging for 40 minutes, I'm going to have to say no vein mining, but how am I going to keep people from doing it? You know what I mean? I'm going to have to say no vein mining. Let me go up and see how big that looks going up, and then I'll decide whether that's the right size. Let's go up first. You know, I feel weird because I feel like I should be asking people to like and subscribe, or like and subscribe, but there is no liking. anymore, right? There's no liking in this. I feel like I'm not sure what I should do to like. Oh, yep. See, I'm going to need to have more beverages. I didn't even look at what I gave as options. I just picked all the ones that were kind of cool. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 2, 6, 7, 9, 30, 130. 6, 47, 49, 50, 50. 2. 70s. 6. Right. So that's halfway, and it's the same height as the pyramid. Ouch. It has something to do. You get that when you subscribe to the channel. I'm not sure everybody does, but I think, I don't know if it's like the first month or what, how that works, but I think she got that when she subscribed. I think she's the only one with it, right? Or maybe you subscribed on the first day. It's hard to know. I think you're the only one I've seen with. I'm going to go up to 100 and see where we're at. 101, technically. 70 is. And then it's 25 more. I'm not sure I can go another 75 above that. Of course, I don't have to make it as tall, do I? I could make it 200 wide, but not quite as tall. Because I don't want them way up in the clouds doing their crafting. What if I did it the 200 by 200, or 150 by 150 by 75? Or even a little bit less, because that's my 75. The first 25 subs. Oh, that's cool. Founder's badge. Well, that's pretty awesome. All right, so that was 76. So what if I stop it at 76 height, but then I can make it just as wide as I want? I think I'm going to do that. Again, I don't want to be up in the clouds doing this stuff. Oh, man, where'd my Paxel go? I saved that. Down in a hole. Because I'm also going to put ores and such in there. Or what, you may ask. Hilarious. I'm going to put ores in there because I can surround. So I could surround some of. Oh, here's the thing that might help slow some of that down. Imagine if I found a block of diamond, right? Then a little bit later, I find obsidian on top of a chest. Or something like that, where I have to break the obsidian again. So finding different things will allow you to do certain different crops. Like I could hide wood in there, and they have to find the wood to make handles for tools. I could give them a pickaxe to start. Well, I'm not sure about the wood. I could come up with something there. Ah, gotcha. That makes sense. Hey, welcome back, All Father. So this is 150. Should I stretch it out a little bit further wide? Let me build the square. We can always add further from that point. Let's see. Now this point, fortunately, I'm just going to do the whole bottom level this, so I don't have to actually frame it at this point. I can just build it out. You love the dad jokes. You're never going to get this high quality of dad jokes from someone who's not a dad before. Very careful to bring these out here. Yeah, I could always add a point system based on the food as well, right? Like the, oh. The most, like, the more complicated the food could have more complicated the points. I could even give them specific tasks, specific foods that they have to get or something. That's what my wife always says. Okay. Yes, Yerbs, she subbed it to you. My dad jokes rule. Thank you. See everybody else? That's how people should talk. I'm just pulling my corners across together so I make sure Oh, I'm going to have to start keeping water over here. This much carbonization is burbling me. So far, what does everybody think of the whole Twitch situation? This been going on okay? I haven't seen any real issues. Couple of things I need to tweak. I like that at the top it lists the top all-time bits donators. That's kind of a cool thing. I don't remember that being there before. That's kind of a cool thing that they've added. There. I'm going to fill this in, and then we'll see if this looks like it's too big. A beard stroke is a channel? Well, I give those out for free, man. That's my goal, right? To have the best beard in Minecraft. I don't know if I can do that. There might be somebody out there with a way better Minecraft beard than me. Okay. This will take a few minutes, but I'll still get it done. Hey, we're happy to have you. By God. Yeah, channel point rewards. I didn't know you could make custom ones. I know this sounds bad. The channel point things, I hopped in and found like a list of them you could choose from and just activated them because I wasn't quite sure how they worked yet. I did change the name to Dragon Scales. The channel points are called Dragon Scales. So I'm going to have to get Shadow to put something together for that because I think that would be, I didn't know you could have your own symbol for that. I did call them Dragon Scales, but now I'm kind of leaning more towards coins. You know, like a dragon's hoard. Kind of what I was thinking at. So if I do a scale, I'm not sure people will understand what that is. Not that she can't draw, don't get me wrong. Shadow's awesome, but even just a dragon scale might look weird. Let me have to think on that. See if I can coins, some type of dragon coin. Woo! Dragon doubloon, I don't know. Trying to stay on theme, right? There are already 11 Draven's Dragons through Twitch, and that's mind-boggling to me. Thank you all, you guys, for coming by and joining up like that. I genuinely was not expecting... I expected people to be upset about the change. I really did. I mentioned it before. Dragon... Yeah, see, a dragon... You know, it's like you earned 15 dragon hordes. That doesn't roll off the tongue as well. I mean, I might be able to find out a different way to use that term. Hey, what's up, bud? I didn't know you were going to stream this early. Yeah, Wednesdays I stream twice. So today I'm streaming for another hour and 13 minutes. Then I will take a 2-hour break because I'm going to grab some snacks and at the store. And then I will be coming back tonight from 6 to midnight for another hot 6-hour Minecraft action. 6 hours, I tell you. I am very excited about that. Because today we're going head hunting. Oh, if you were there at the last survival one, we were looking for rabbits. There are like 7 different rabbit heads. We do not have enough rabbits. We need more rabbit heads. When is the next GTA? You know, that's a good question. We'll be on Twitch. Probably here on Twitch. I'm willing to bet 95% of my streams are probably going to be over here now. Dragon coins. Wow, that's so much better and easier than what I said. Dragon coins, yes. People could dip into the horde and use their coins for stuff. I like that. I wish there was a way to rename bits. But that's okay. Channel point. Oh, yes, please, Turtle. Yeah, throw them at me. And if anybody else has any ideas of things that I can do to improve the stream, whether it be something technical or a cool idea that you think might motivate people to sub or donate something to be a good subscriber perk, I am assuming that, and again, I being completely honest and upfront with everybody, right? There are going to be some perks for Twitch subscribers that YouTube members won't get because they're Twitch specific. You know what I mean? I'm sure there are things that I can give people, like what we're doing here, Channel Point. There are stuff that you can do on Twitch that I just don't have the ability to offer on YouTube, which partially, I would hope, will be part of the justification for it being a little bit more pricier to be a subscriber. So I want to make sure that, you know, everybody feels like they're getting their money's worth. Because this, just looking at this all day, probably not your money's worth. But I'm going to do my best to do so. Now, I will very likely do a members-only stream over here as well. That's a perk I want to carry for both. So there'll be a YouTube members stream and there'll be a Twitch members stream. But yeah, definitely, if I do GTA and stuff, it'll probably be over here. And for no other reason than GTA never does well on YouTube. GTA is the least watched thing I've ever streamed. Over here, I may stream some things a little bit differently now. I may have that opportunity to do so. I might be able to do a 7 Days to Die once in a while, or you know, Subnautica, some of those off-game things. I just learned that I unlocked VIP. Yes, I actually mentioned that a little earlier, that last night when I turned on my test stream for 5 minutes, I got an achievement for having 5 people chatting at the same time and having 50 followers, which unlocked the ability to do what's the word I'm looking for? VIPs. It unlocked, I think, the ability to give away 5 VIP badges, and which comes with perks as well. And then the more, and there's achievements I can get for like more followers and more people chatting. That will unlock more of those too. I'm not sure exactly what all they do yet, but it's something I want to look at. Yeah. Oh, there's a spot I missed. Subs do earn more points. Oh, really? Well, that's good. I didn't know that. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Because I knew I missed a couple of holes in here. Look at this. Look at this. Did I get everything else? Oh, look, there's a whole line over here. Raven just fails. Fails. Now I want to write a song called Fails to the tune of the song Sales. Doom, 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 doom. Fails. Doubles the points you earn. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. Ooh, missed a little spot over here. Excellent. VIP, from what little I read of VIP, it's a special badge I can give, and it gives them some perks like a subscriber has. I don't think it doesn't give everything, but it gives some things, like I think it unlocks an emoji or something like that. I only glanced at it because at the time I didn't have it yet. I wasn't expecting to get that on a 5-minute test stream. This orange is eye bleeding. Don't worry about it though. You're not going to see all this. There'll be other rock on top of it. I like it as a frame, but for that base, man, that is huge. Base. Okay, so. Okay, so the higher tier gives higher multipliers. So there are higher tiers of subs. I didn't know that. I don't know if that's always been a thing. I don't remember that 3 years ago when I got an affiliate. But I guess different tiers cost more, and there's other things like that, and I need to come up with other perks for the higher ones. I didn't know that. So that's something I'm going to have to do something with. I didn't realize that. You know, YouTube, I always tried to stay away from tiers, but here it's a requirement. So we've got to figure that out. All right, guys, what do you think? Does that look wide enough for 12 people? Okay, let me go back up a little bit. Look at that. Look at that cube, or that size, rectangle, really. Look at the size of that. It's going to be this high. 12 people, 20, 30 minutes maybe. I mean, they're not going to find everything, because you think about that, right? You can dig in a mine, and there's diamond 1 block away from you. You may never find it. So I'm going to have to seed a lot of different ingredients in there. But I can do a lot of them multiple, too, right? Like I could put an egg here, and an egg there, and an egg here, and an egg there. Hey! Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the subscription. I really appreciate that. Now, I did put a little pause on the wheel. So I see how all this stuff works. Because today that's 12 subs. I do not need to be that forsnickered this quickly on the first day of streaming. So I've got to figure out exactly how that works on here. How did that go taller than me? Oh, it's because I've got the range thing up there. Oh, really realized that before. Okay. All members of the community chat, moderate, and channel moderates. Although they are still able to be moderated directly by a moderator. Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Eee! Wrong button. Why is it vertical column? Oh, it's because I'm on vertical column. Sometimes, man. Sometimes I bewilder even me. But no, I appreciate that, and we'll, I'll have to see how. You have any tips yet? Yerbs gave 300 bits, and Colonel gave 100 bits. So I've got some bits so far. That, yes, those count. So those are a donation, right? Those, yeah, they count. Yeah, well, I'm trying to make sure I'm using all the right terminology. I don't do anything on Twitch. Hello, Rose. Hey, well, that is awesome. We are always happy to have you. I appreciate you hanging with us. Sale. It is Jay from YouTube channel here. Hey, Jay, what's up? Happy to see you stream while awake. Yes, I do try to do that. Since I don't work the other job on Wednesdays and Thursdays, it does make it a little bit easier to stream earlier so other folks can hopefully get a shot. So I'm glad you made it too. Do I have a soundboard? I do not have one set up. I have a stream deck. I usually use it for off-camera stuff. I use that for recording videos and things of that nature. But I'm gonna, now there's more stuff I can do with it, I'm gonna probably set up the stream deck, be able to do some stuff. Yes, that's right. Yeah, the 1 bit is 1 cent. So yes, I have so far. So many, many moons ago, when I first got affiliate, Al, I think, can you guys see that at the top of the chat where it says like the top donators? I think it shows for you guys, right? It should. I can see it, so I'm hoping you guys can. Years ago, when I first got affiliate, the day I got it, Al and another friend that I used to stream with, Shark, jumped in and gave me some bits. So Al has the record at 512 bits. Yeah, soundboards, I need to work on that. I want to update some of the notifications because there's a lot more notifications on Twitch than there was on YouTube. So I want to make sure I update some of the notifications so that cool stuff pops up. Like we already missed the one for raids today because Colonel did a raid, which was cool. First raid on the first day. On the first stream. That's a lot of firsts. All right, almost got the cube done. It's not a cube, it's a rectangle, but I'm going to call it cube because it sounds better. A cube of deliciousness. Or just cube of delicious. What do you guys think? The cube of delicious. The cube of delicious. That seems pretty large to me. Seems to be all around better than YouTube. I agree. I was always afraid to move to Twitch. And here's the thing. Twitch has the potential to be much more profitable and grow in the live side of things than YouTube did. But I was always hesitant to switch to Twitch because I didn't want my community on YouTube to think I was abandoning them. But I mean, it's reached a point where from a business perspective or from a perspective of wanting to grow this, that it became a necessity. And you guys have been awesome. So I appreciate that very much so. The cube of deliciousness. I love the cube of deliciousness. Okay, does this look big enough to dig? I mean, I'm thinking, right? Like buried in, to dig every block out without vein miner would take hours. just as it's going to take hours for me to put blocks in here. Because I gotta see this. I'm gonna have levels, I'm thinking, of different stuff. I'm not going to do what do you call it? Like every block is different. That would take way too long. Way too long. Maybe wider, you think? What if we try something a little different? This is 150 by 1. Well, I'm just going to round 150, 150 by 75. What if everybody had their own section? What if I was to take a cube and put a wall of signalum? So when you hit a wall of signalum, you can't keep mining. So you can only go to the signalum. Well, it's not that I want them to make that many. The goal is to see how many they can make in a certain time period. So I think a lot of people are... Oh, hello, Buffy. Edie. I think a lot of people are going to use some of the easy ones first, right? Cook a beef, get a steak. I mean, that's an easy one to get a food item, right? Hi, Squirt. What you doing? I haven't seen you all morning. So yeah, it could be one of those things, you know, where they catch a fish, they cook it. They have a cooked fish. Get a trout, cook trout. I am going to put a lake in the middle of it. But if I broke this into 12 sections, I still may have to make it wider if I do that. Well, I'm concerned about the PvP. And the only reason for that is, at the current moment, I don't know exactly who they're going to be. And some of the people who I pull in, I may not know super well. I don't know if I'm going to have any rage quitters. You know what I mean? I don't want someone to not dig and spend the whole time killing other people. Because to be honest with you, the people who are trying to play the game as it's intended, that's very frustrating. As a player myself, if I want to try to have the most amount of foods, and there's just someone who's standing there waiting for me to come up out of the dig so they can just kill me every time, that's not fun for a lot of people. So I try to keep PvP ones separate as their own thing, just specifically for that. And thank you, Turtle. I saw that. I will check those out right after the stream. But if I was to divide this so that there were, kind of like I did in the pyramid, there's 3 people on each side. Yeah, camping, and there will be somebody like that who just wants to win without any of the actual work. And I don't think I'd want to do that. But if I had 12 sections, so everybody had their own section, and they're different, and that in the middle, where everybody's section touches, is where I could put the lake, so everybody's technically fishing on the same lake, then everybody would have their own outside edge, so I'm more likely to get people around the outside. I could see them, because digging on the outside where there's light and not have to waste all your torches. So I'm gonna give them some torches, but they're gonna have to find coal if they want more. A lot of people might dig next to the glass just for the light. You know what I mean? And that would also look cool for flying around purposes, for showing it off. So if I was to split this in 3 by 3 by 3, and then the middle I make hollow and just put a lake in it. You know what I mean? The very middle, I would make it wider. It would have to be wider if I'm giving everybody their own spot. Height-wise, I'm happy with it. I'm fine with it being this tall. But if I'm going to do it, I would have to have each person would have, let's see, I have it 75 here. So it's 100, what did I do? I did 150 divided by 3. That's 50. Even with this, that's 50 blocks for one person. That's a lot for one person to dig through. Let's take a look and just see what that's like. I can always break it, right? Hang on a second. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. On this side, and we'll see how big an area looks. Because I'm way back in the day, Achievement Hunter did a dig one, but they were trying to build the Tower of Pimps, and everybody had their own separate section. Theirs weren't even connected. They had different cubes that were all visible from each other. 2, 3, 4, 5. 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 2, 7, 4. I'm thinking if I give them, now imagine this, right? Look at this here, right? So if I give everybody 30 minutes, even 40 minutes, or if I just say you have an hour to make the most possible, breaking every single block in this square, I don't think they could do it. Not with regular tools and no vein mining. Especially since I'm only going to provide them with basic tools. I'll give them like a stone pickaxe, and then they have to mine their own materials at that point. And I'll seed some diamond and gold and other things in there, and definitely iron specifically. But they're, they'll have to keep making stone weapons out of the stone. Stone pickaxes don't go that far. I'll give them a fishing rod. I kind of think everybody having their own section might be a little bit better. I could give everybody their own little farm, or I could skip the lake in the middle, and I could just put a lake in the middle up top. That's another thing I could do, right? If I gave everybody their own block, I could make a round lake in the middle. So just on the top, it wouldn't be their area. They would share the lake. I could give them a little area for farm. I could plant it and give them water. I could put a little area where I put trees. They have to go and cut their own trees. Own furnace and coal. I would probably give them a couple things like the sandwich station and things that might take a little bit more material. But yeah, getting their own stuff to cook for sure. They have to, if I could give everybody 4 or 5 trees, so they have to plant more or they're going to run out of wood. I give everybody a tree. 2 trees, and they're like, that's all the wood you get unless you plant more, and down underground I could even seed some bone blocks, so if they find bone they can use that for bone meal to grow their crops faster. I wouldn't give them sprinklers, so their crops are going to grow at regular speed unless they find some bone. So I can seed non-normal materials down in here as well. I could put some bone, a block of bone over here, find a block of iron. Like I put 1 block of iron. I could put some regular ore in here too, but put 1 block of iron or 1 block of diamond in that whole square. They may never find it. And the other perk is, as I'm building this live with everybody, if they didn't get any saplings at all, I could give them a crook. I could give them a crook to start out with, so they could bone meal they could do the leaves with a crook. That way they should get at least 1. Worst case scenario, I can provide them an extra sapling. I'll have a chest where I can pull out extra stuff just in case something happens and they get gypped. I'm not going to have, I agree with you there. I should have some backup. If nobody gets any saplings, I should give them another sapling. Better, exactly. You got to go down further to get the better, not only just the better digging materials, but the better food materials as well. Discord general chat. I normally don't keep Discord up, but I think it's up right now. Let me look here. Discord general chat. Hey, that looks awesome, dude. That looks really nice. Well played. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I'm blown away. that there are so many people here for the stream today. We have 12 subscribers. I miscounted. We have 12 subscribers already on this channel. Do you have any idea how long it took to get 12 members on YouTube? Oh, my goodness. All right. I like the way this looks. I do like this concept of giving them their own square. Then I can give them their own little area. I could put some fencing around it, right? Inspired by my base, so I appreciate that. I didn't check that yet. No, sir. I just looked at his picture. You pull it up, see if there's not too many things. I got, oh wow, 6 people sent me messages. Hold on a second. The first one is the only one that concerns me because I thought I couldn't play licensed music. I thought Twitch was cracking down on that. Is the only thing about the first one. But that would be my only concern, that they've cracked down on that. All right, so if I do this, that would leave a middle section that would be hollow. I have a feeling that's big enough. Like, that's a lot of space to dig through. Let me do 50 more. This one will be here. Woohoo! I almost folded. Yeah, I think that the individual cubes will, it'll get rid of not worrying about the griefing stuff, right? That we were talking about a moment ago. But it means that, somewhere mixed in here there are, and I could even say there are a dozen eggs mixed in here. Find a dozen eggs, you know what I mean? So that way if you're like, okay, I've found 12 eggs, I don't need to look for it. These are all the eggs I ever have. I know I can go use these to build whatever recipes I want at this point. The switch to Twitch is the best idea I've ever had. The wheel. Yes. So here's the wheel. Here I touched on that a little bit earlier. I still want to use the wheel. I have been slightly warned though that Twitch is now being a little bit harsher on getting 2 for snickered. I'm not sure about that. I haven't looked into it myself, but someone had mentioned there's a rule about not being 2 for snickered. I do not want to get rid of the for snickering because I know how much people enjoy that. So I'm thinking, I just had another idea. Yes, I just had another idea. Sorry. I keep on. So I do want to use the wheel. I'll be honest. Again, I have to check. Let's see here. You could do the wheel for points, but make it cost. I could do that. And also could have it where, I can do bits cumulative as well. So for every, 2,000 bits. Wait, what's 2,000 bits? Is that $20? I'm going to put it on. If YouTube was a good move and it is a bit more financially beneficial, I will have to adjust the amount of the wheel so that I don't die. We talked about that. I don't use headphones or earphones. I normally don't. No, I have a set. That was a previous goal that you awesome people helped me with. And I have a brand new set of Pro X wireless gaming headphones that I will use in situations where I should. Like if I'm playing with someone else, like say I'm doing a stream with another streamer, I will use that so that way there's not all the feedback and such. 100,000 points could be a spin of the wheel. That I understand that. And then 20, like if I did say, hey, 20,000 bits, that's 2,000 bits. 1,500 bits are 94. So that works to $20. So it's like $20 per bits. I mean that might be a little bit more reasonably priced because or the other way around is. This is the other way around. I could channel points though, not bits. Channel points you earn just from watching, and subs and what we just learned get them at a faster rate as well, right? But what if, say hypothetically, I said, okay, I don't make as much for bits, but I take away I spin the wheel for members, for subscribers, because there's a chance, especially with Prime, that there may be a lot of subscribers. You know what I mean? I mean that's what I'm hoping for. I hope people like it enough that they want to. I mean, they may not. We'll see, right? Hang on, I'm going to count real quick. 2, 3, 4. Okay. See here. Yes, you can drink alcohol in street. Our participant states that a dangerous concern is against their terms. Drinking a beer or two or streams are fine, but drinking excessively could result in temporary. Yeah, that's kind of my concern, right? Kind of my concern. So as I said, I gotta keep an eye on that. Something YouTube didn't seem to care about. So I will have to see how that works. So yeah, it's one of those. The wheel is temporarily turned off while I figure out the best way to do that. Yes, that's what Elemental Dad shared with me the other day. So 1 or 2 beers. Charity streams. I don't know. I've seen people get toasty on charity streams, but again, I don't know how that carries over now, because I know they have changed some rules since I was here last. Because we used to do the shots things. That's back then a lot differently. So I'm gonna go get food. Oh yeah, enjoy your food, sir. This is not enough. If I don't do the middle, 1, 2, 3. I need. That only gives me 6. Tonight, I will if I have time. I'm gonna try, because like I said, after I leave here, I have to drive and get. I promised my wife I'd go get her some food today. I got to stop by the store, but I think I should have time. I just got to get in there and figure out how to add them. But yeah, yes, I'll check that in just a minute, bot. So while I like this, this is big enough for 6 people. No, 9 people. 9 people. So I need to extend it more rectangular. I need to, instead of having a shared lake, everybody's going to have to get their own pond. But if I did that, I could just extend this and add 3 more on one side. Does that make sense? Right? Because I got 3, 6, 9, and there's 12 per. I could just put 3 more cubes on this end. Well, putting 12 on the outside, though, I mean, I would have to almost double this. I would have to double this. I think. Let me see here. If I was to go around the outside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13, potentially. Let's see. Oh yeah, let me look at Smitty's thing here real quick. Oh wow, that does look really cool, man. Oh yeah, the way you got your chest set up is really well done. Very much so. Very well, very well. Good call, sir. Oops. Drop my thing. Thing back up. All right, so here we are. Okay, so if I extend this, that'll be 4, 5, 6, 9 right now. So yeah, if I do 12 around, then it's going to be almost twice as big. I just, as it is, I'm afraid of giving anybody a bigger section than this, because they're never going to make it to the bottom in time enough for this to be because remember, I don't want this to be a 5-hour video. I need to have it. I'm going to extend it on one side. I'm going to extend it on one side and see what I can do with that. Bear with me. Yee-hee. All right, so we got 1, 2, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14. 6. Okay, so there's 50. Corners. Just have to actually jack up your farms, right? I like the thought of building everybody a farm. Not going to give them any animals. I'm going to give them a farm, so if they get an animal, I could give them... I may make a little animal pen for them that they can use when they get it. Stream thing, you can play 3 seconds of music. It's not against copyright. 3 seconds? Okay. I have to figure out, what the maximum amount of time is. Okay, again, I'm new to the Twitch thing. I don't want to make a good call and get here and then mess up in the first day. All right. How to get back inside the map in Born VR? I don't even know what that is. Mod, I apologize. World, after like 2 months. Well, you're making some serious progress though, and it looks good. I am lucky that I have a lot of time to put into these things. Between this and the survival world, I clock a lot of hours in Minecraft off camera. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm usually getting paid by my other job, but I mean, don't tell them I said that. You rat me out, you guys. Dang it. I need that kind of drama in my life. That's what I'm thinking. Putting an animal spawn egg in a chest. Yeah, I think we mentioned that a little earlier. I could put a cow spawn egg. What I could do is I could put like a couple. I'll put 4 cow spawn eggs mixed in here. And they may never find them all, but if they find 2, they could breed them. You know what I mean? And I can have seeds in there. I'm going to have quite a few chests, is what I'm thinking. I'll have a lot of chests, but there's so many different things they're going to want or need. I mean, you think about it. Wheat alone, they're going to need a wheat seed for half of the things they want to make, for dough and all that kind of stuff. So, so if I did this, right, that's 12. That's a 3x3. If I was to do it where it was a 4x4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. It would be 12. And then this entire section here would be wasted. So let's see what you guys think about this, all right? If I was to extend it, that means these middle 4 Yep, we're going to do that. We're going to do that. Just figured out what I'm going to do. Yes! This pleases Draven in more ways than I can say appropriately on stream. You're probably judging me right now. I'm okay with it. 1 moment while I count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, 1, 2. 15. Here's what I'm thinking, right? Those 4 squares will be a big lake, like we've talked about before. But underneath the lake, I'm going to make it hollow. And I can put clear glass. I can fly around in that big open square. So now I can see multiple sides of where people are digging. It'll give, from a camera point of view, for filming, it'll give me a lot of really good options to show off what everybody's doing. That makes sense? I apologize, Xmod. I don't own anything VR. I'm not sure anybody here can be able to help you with that. Want to become an Android? Hey, there you go. Android, very useful. Make sure you got a lot of XP built up, though. All those perks like not eating require buying the perks. So yeah, I can have a big lake in the middle and then clear glass on the inside. They won't see the clear glass till they start digging, because I'll be in spectator mode anyways, where I'm going to be going through solid objects. It's the only way I'll be able to film something of this nature effectively with one cameraman. So it will be groovy. Now that, like I said, those things that I'm doing there, I'm not going to be streaming that. That is always meant to be something I'm going to record off camera and edit and release as videos. So again, I want to stress that while I'm streaming over here now, the YouTube channel is still where all the videos are going. And I'm going to be putting these streams up there 24 hours after they're here to follow the rules. And I'll be putting them up there. So today, some of you may have noticed that I put the starting soon up way longer than normal. I normally didn't do that on YouTube because I didn't want people who are watching it later to have to skip through 10 minutes of that. But I can edit that out now a lot easier since I'm going to be posting it up after the fact. Like this doesn't have a thumbnail. I didn't name this stream per number, but I will name them putting them on YouTube. So, you know, there's that. Oh, I didn't do the corners here. So, yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. So, yeah, so I'll be able to put the starting soon. I have been, the last couple of days, I've been watching a lot of more successful people on Twitch, trying to get a feel, not to copy, but to get a feel for proper things to do and etiquette and all that kind of stuff, because that's important to me as well, right? Like, I want to make sure I'm doing things that's respectful of everybody. Let's see. Be right back. All right, X-Mod. Whee! I folded down again. Yes, I feel... Does this sound weird? Like, I feel like I need to be saying, hey guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. I say it like 10 and 20 times during a stream on YouTube. But I don't want to say, hey guys, don't forget to subscribe, because here that means money. So I'm trying to think of what, because there's no liking. You know what? Hey guys, thanks for being here. I'm just going to keep saying that because I appreciate it. There's a lot of stuff you could be doing with your time, and a chunk of you are here with me today. So I appreciate that very much so. But be sure to follow the channel if you haven't already, so you can come back and hang out with us more. Can you change it to 10 minutes? Ban an action for 10 minutes? Can I? I don't know. I have to look. Again, I'm very new to all of these things. So I might be able to. I don't know. Let me do this. All right. Well, we appreciate having you. Thank you. Say follow. Yeah, follow would be better. Hey guys, don't forget to follow the channel. Yeah, that sounds like a better thing to do. Oh no. Forgot about that. Oh, come on now. It's not going to go farther back. I got to break. All right, that's my fault. I forgot that the gadget does that. Okay. Be continued. Be continued. Be more conscious about that. Oh, what? I can? I guess I would have to figure out. I guess I need to determine what kind of things people are allowed to tell me not to do. You know what I mean? I'm assuming I should probably have, you know, some requirements. Can't have me do something that doesn't break the game, or you know, 10 minutes of me not being able to do anything because not allowed to build anything would be pretty boring for people. So I would think that I would have to, plus it could differ based on the game that I'm playing. Well, I mostly do Minecraft. I'm hoping to be able to branch out a little bit more on the channel. Like I said, 7 Days to Die can't shoot for 10 minutes. That's hilarious. 70 Days to Die can't be inside a building all Horde night. That's not going to happen. That would be, it would not be survivable. I guess I have to figure out what limitations are, and then at that point, all right. Or if I make it 10 minutes, I'd have to increase the price of it or something like that. I mean, again, I'm so new to this, right? I don't want to commit to anything before I know exactly what it does. Don't want put foot in mouth. Not want at all. That's going to do it again, so I can't do that. I got to manually do one. Okay. Able to do that. No, it did it again anyways. Dang it. Okay. Supposed to do that. No. Ah, that's the one that's doing it. Okay. Mystical seeds in it is so good. Oh, the cloche. Oh, yeah, the cloche? I concur. I'm a fan of the cloche. It's also in stone block. And once I realized it was in stone block, life got a lot easier there. But only if foot tastes like biscuits. Ah, gross. Stop grossing me out with nasty biscuit talk. How much XP do I need for the no eating thing? It's not a whole lot. I think it's like 10 or 15 levels tops, I think. Most of the recipes, especially the early ones, are like 10 or 20 experience levels. There's a couple more expensive ones as you get going. And there's a few you can't do unless you actually have a material component to add into it. But most of them are pretty safe. You are supposed to put on a hat or a mask because Teresa redeemed a hats off to you. Wait, she did? Wait, I missed that. Hold on. Where? I got a hot Xmod did a hydrate. Oh, there it is. A hats off to you. I'll be right back. This I can do. The return of Only Booty. Forgotten about that. I didn't realize there was a thing in there. But okay, hats I can do. I will now keep a hat handy for such emergencies. Yes, don't look at my butt, Phantom. Thank you. Phantom, I knew I could count on you. Protect my booty. A fedora? I do not have a fedora. I should get a fedora. Thank you very much. This is a official Captain Jack hat from Disney World. A friend of mine got it when they went there, just so they could wear it to work once and get a laugh. And I'm like, man, I need to buy me one of those. And as they're at the end of the day, she just gave it to me. She goes, I got my laugh. That's all I wanted for it. And I'm like, oh, wow, okay, thank you. Appreciate that. I've had it now like 12 years. I was wearing it. I wore it for a little while we were doing Raft. Thank you. Hey, you, it's your fault. Yeah, I wore this a couple of times when we were doing Raft. I think I tried to do one Raft stream or something where I only talked like a pirate. Was it that game? I think it was that game. Something piratey. All right, all right. Ooh, there's so much stuff here. All right. Only Booty, I think, is the name I used when we were chilling on Raft. Hey, is there supposed to be a specific time I'm supposed to wear this hat? I didn't ask that. I'll put on a hat. I'll wear it for a while. When you hats off to you tonight, you might need a bunch of different hats on hand for it. This might become the ODG meme. Oh, hats? Oh, I don't know how many. I don't have a whole lot of hats. I get a couple of my wife's hats. She's got a couple of hats that definitely don't look like it should be on my head. You can always ask me something. I just can't promise I'll answer. But you have an autocrafter. Oh, yeah, if it's a Minecraft question, please. Yeah, throw it at me. And I GPS mark it. Okay. So someone makes me put on a different one. I may have to trim that down just a smidge. Oh, man. Didn't realize I was missing a space over here. Sucks. I may have to adjust some of those. Again, I just clicked on them as a default and didn't read a lot of those. May have to make it a time-based thing. Mostly because it's hot down here and it'd be hard for me to wear this for hours. Then put the GB Mark Smell 3 controller. I don't know. Smell 3 controller. So you want to pull the stuff out of the chest and put it into a Smell 3 controller. I was going to say, I do what Phantom did. Oh, hey, Midnight. What you doing, buddy? Oh, you scared of my hat? Oh, Midnight does not like my hat. Hi, buddy. You okay? Oh. All right. Want to see it? Never seen me wear it before. You okay? All right. Oh, okay. I'm going to take it off now because it's scaring my kitty. But I'll keep it on hand for later. Okay? There you go. Is that better? That better, John? That's a good. You hear, rarely hops up here. Okay, yeah, you're a good boy. I got you. I got you. So what normally what Phantom was saying is I would have a chest coming out of the autocrafter and then GPS that to a chest that's going into the controller. That's better for you anyways, because if you want to manually load stuff into your melter or anything like that, you can just throw it in that chest. You don't have to worry about waiting for there to be room inside of your controller. That's why I that's what I do. I do a chest so that way I can just auto load it. I don't automatically have Amber going in just because I like to be able to switch what I'm doing. Yeah, you can definitely automate a smeltery that way. So the only thing that slows you down is if you decide you want to switch products, right? You want to, oh yeah, no, iron, especially early game, dude. 100%. Iron's the way to go. Iron, gold, and diamond are the things. Diamond early on, but after you get a little bit further in, iron and gold are the things that I still struggle with. I ran out of gold last, or what was that, Monday night on the stream. I had to make a whole bunch of gold. I did do a little work on the survive. I didn't get to do much in here, but I did do some work on the other world. Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm saying. If you're, I just make it as I need it. So once it's all in there, you know. Yeah. It'd take a while. Of course, that could depend on the size of your smeltery too. You make a huge tall one with multiple pores. Like on mine, I have, was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? I've got 10 spots pouring right now. So that helps speed that up a lot. Whoop. Make sure I didn't pull that middle column out as well. Pretty tall one? Yeah, I go tall other than, you know, wide. Get it? Okay. All right. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to finish building the edges. Then I'm going to have to wall it. So here's what I'm thinking, right? Take a look at this monstrosity that I have built. This thing's bigger than the pyramid. I didn't think I'd ever build something bigger than the pyramid. I love it. So this middle 4, I will make a big lake. And the outside edges are where they will be doing their digging. Under throughputs, right? Bricks, okay. This. Finish drawing the lines, and then I can start putting walls in between them. Why is it not automatically doing? I do the wrong one again. Built to me. Because I'm going down, it's not letting me build the way I normally do. I'll have to go up instead. Up is easier. Seared bricks are a great building block, but before you decide to do it, let me let you know, seared bricks, all of them, are one of the bricks that are not compatible with the building gadget. So if you're going to use seared bricks to build something large, you're going to have to do it by hand. So just a heads up, I learned that the hard way. What is that? 20 minutes left. Oh, thank you, Turtle. I appreciate that. Excellent. I will definitely get some work done on this. Now, tomorrow... So tomorrow we have what? Tonight, let's start there. So tonight I'll be back in 2 hours at 6 p.m. Eastern. So there's that. And that'll run until midnight. Tomorrow I have a stream from 1 to 4 here on Twitch. In this again, we'll be building on this. But tomorrow night, Thursday nights, is Merged Worlds night. So that is a stream that will be on YouTube. So tomorrow night's Merged World stream will be on YouTube. So we'll be back over there for that. And I'll be honest with you, part of the reason for that is because everything on iTunes and Spotify, everything I've ever put out for the podcast has all referenced that. There's no way for me to go back and re-upload every episode again. So it's going to stay over there, which it's fine. It should anyways. I mean, that's a tentpole. Plus, that's where a lot of people go to watch that. So yeah, that's the one thing. With the Creature Zoo, yup. Okay, I think that's all of them now. Fixed. But yes, so tomorrow night, Merged Worlds will still be back over on YouTube. And that'll be groovy. We'll definitely get this frame built today. That's good. And tomorrow, I'm thinking about building the top part. You know, with the lake and everybody's starting area. I think I may do the first 2 layers. Tomorrow. And then a lot of the filling it in, I'll do off camera. A, because that may not be as exciting. And B, some people watching it may get to play. And, you know, rather they not know exactly which one they're getting, right? Yep, that'll work. Magma block with water. Or you can actually build one with just lava and water. You can build I think it was is it a block breaker? Remember correctly? I know in Sky Factory 3, that was something you were supposed to do for one of the advancements. Early game. Any of the streams tomorrow? Oh, yeah, you got a long ride home, sir. Be safe, man. Like you have any control, right? Like you're not driving. Why'd I even say that? That always blows my mind, right? People are like, have a safe flight. I'm not flying the plane. Nope, I'm going to fly drunk. Sorry. Ignoring what you've requested. Totally going to fly drunk. That is all right, Turtle. We will get by. So it will be easy. It won't be easy. A turtleless stream. Hey, I like your stuffed turtle, by the way. Very cool. Now, are you just a big fan of turtles, or like a running gag nickname? Like, or you just really enjoy turtles? I mean, I didn't know. You could pick turtles because you like Ninja Turtles for your name. Like, I don't know. And that's another important question. What's your favorite Ninja Turtle? I will be judging you. There is a correct answer and an almost correct answer. So I'm waiting to hear. All right. So that's all of those. I'm not doing one in the middle because that's going to be hollow. But that's going to be everybody's area. Now, I won't be able to see the corner people. I just realized that. In the inner, I won't be able to see them. So I'll have to go outside to make sure I see some of them. Oh, I missed one here. Your middle name is a name of a Ninja Turtle. Intriguing. I will be Master Splinter. You will all learn from me. Yeah, so the outside will not have visibility. I hadn't realized that till just now, but, you know, is what it is. Hey, no, understandable. I have an identity because I have a favorite movie. I understand. Oh, I almost beat the sand down. I tried to beat it. So today, I think we've come up with a really good concept here. I still wouldn't consider this my animal Let's Play, but this is definitely my digging Let's Play, which is something I really wanted. I wanted a Let's Play that was based around digging and mining. Didn't I drop a sand here? I dropped a sand here. Oh, almost beat it. Okay. Let's see. Loves the Crow too? Your mom has excellent taste. Oh, by far my favorite movie of all time. I adore it. There's crows. I've got a huge shelf of crow memorabilia off camera. Oh, and again, if you're hanging out today, I appreciate you coming by. I'm going to be here a lot. So it would be awesome if you'd consider giving the channel a follow. You can come back, hang out with us even more often. Wouldn't that be delicious? It would be delicious. This is definitely the cube of deliciousness. That is the name of this Let's Play. I can't go anywhere else. The name of deliciousness. The name is delicious. Just make sure I get the proper spelling of deliciousness. I'm not even sure that's a word. Yeah, I got to see The Crow. I think I've said this before, but the Crow I got to see in theaters, and it was the first movie I ever really went and saw by myself. With my family, we all went to the movies that day, but my sister, mom, and dad went and saw something else, and I really wanted to see The Crow. I thought it looked really cool. I already liked Brandon Lee from a couple of his earlier movies. Showdown in Little Tokyo specifically. Great movie. At the time, my mom did not know I'd seen it because she was overly protective, so I had to hide those things. But I really wanted to see the movie, so I went and got to go. They started at the same time, so my mom's like, yeah, I don't care, go ahead. So it was pretty awesome. So watch your video of how to get HDPE pellets. And I have to do all that crap. Yes, you do. And there's actually one extra step on top of that you're going to want to do that's not in there, because it will eventually clog. We figured out how to fix that on my current Let's Play playthrough. So if you're going to be at the stream tonight, remind me, and I'll show you the part that I added that fixes it. I'll say it again. Follow Dragon. The boogeyman will eat your feet. That is correct. Yeah, if you give me a follow here, I would appreciate it. If you'd like to sub to the channel, that'd be awesome. It just opens it up so we can give more perks to everybody. I look forward to doing so. In fact, I have to check. We may have opened up something today. I have no idea. We broke 10. That may be one. I'll have to look. Now, I don't have to worry about adding that middle one. Sorry, a bug. Let's see. That one's good. That one's good. This one's not going to have one. I'm going to break that now before I forget. I did post that I was going live on Twitter as well. I'm going to be trying to be a little bit more notifying on Twitter like I do in the Discord. So if you're one of those awesome people who happen to have a Twitter, it would be phenomenal if you'd give me a follow. Wah, wah, wah. Phantom, I approve of that comment so much. So much. Love the dad joke. But yes, a bug in the Matrix. They're all coming out now. I love it. Yeah, I'll have to see if we unlock. But yeah, if you wouldn't mind following me on Twitter, I've got links to all the important socials down in my About section here on Twitch. I've also got my schedule there updated. I do not have the Merged Worlds schedule or the and I have to figure out what to do with the members stream, because I posted every Saturday, but technically one of them won't be there, so I'll have to figure that out. Keanu references are the best references. All right, check that out. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 cubes of deliciousness. And then, one little middle section for a big old lake. Big old lake. It makes me sad I won't be able to see the corner ones from inside the clear glass, though. But what you gonna do? What I'm again, I don't know who's gonna be what color, but hopefully people will be able to consistently do that. Oh, LML Dad. Thing of adopting a clown's daughter. Only thing is we have to big shoes to fill. I adore that. That was awesome. But this is a serious place. Stop clowning around. All right, so excellent. I'm going to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and I have still got a few minutes left. I'm going to start building the walls that will go in between. And then the outer edge and inner edge will be clear glass. But I'm not going to have clear glass between the between these ones because I don't want somebody to accidentally break. Or do you think I should? Should I do glass here instead of signal them? Signal them will make it easier for them to not accidentally go into someone else's cube. But if I did glass, they could look at each other. So, you know, there's that. Oh, yeah, Turtle. Yeah, Turtle, you're covered, man. I got you. I got you. I don't know. I kind of want to do, I don't know, the signal them all the way up, I think might be a bit better for overallness. Yeah, that's it. Well, I mean, technically, once they get tools, they'll be able to break anything. I think the signal will be a lot harder to accidentally miss than the glass. The glass is, after all, see-through. Compact walls are really nice. I don't think they would go well with this orange. And I think I'd like to save those for something else I'm thinking about. Tinted glass could work. Weatherproof glass. That's really hard to break. But then again, if I'm putting weatherproof glass, then they're not going to be able to see each other anyways. Can they? You can see out weatherproof glass, can't you? Yeah, the reinforced glass, you can see outside through that. Weatherproof glass. Take a look here. That's that glass. That's that glass. I think I want that one there because that one doesn't have the lines. I think I'm going to use this one so there's not line. On the outside, I'm going to use clear glass because if they're foolish enough to mine their way out and die, that's their fault. But I think this glass would be better. Let me get rid of this. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, thank goodness it's compatible. I was going to say, if it's not compatible with the building gadget, I'm not using it. Way more than I want to do. I used the wrong one for the last one. Get rid of that before I use the wrong one. And I'll use clear glass for the outside. Again, no one's going to see this until they mine to it, you know? That's the other thing. I don't want to waste something that looks really cool in this area because they may run into it a couple times, you know what I mean? They stay more to the middle, they may rarely see this. So I definitely want to make sure that it's a situation where if it's a really cool block, I'd rather save it for the outside of something else. Because there's so many more things I'm going to build. And again, someone had mentioned... yes, I do. Someone had mentioned that making the download of worlds like this when I'm done with them available as a perk might be a cool perk. I was going to ask your guys' thoughts on that. Should I make that a perk or should I just make that open to everybody? So I know that people who already have the memberships and subscriptions might have to be biased there. All right, bot, get you some rest, man. We'll catch you later, buddy. Remember? Oh yeah, it was on this server that I changed that. Well, I never. I'll be honest. I never really had builds this large before. Everything I did previously, I always did. In the balls in the lost cities, and I spent so much time cleaning those out. You know what I mean? Yes, I actually used that. I probably already have close to 100 free games, or if not more. And I've got my Fall Guys synced about a month or so ago when I did that first Fall Guys stream in a long time. I synced it to that. I also use it mostly for GTA because that's a lot of money that you get just for being synced to that. Am I all the way at the edge or am I in the middle? I'm in the middle. What an idiot. Yeah, let me fix it. Yeah, no, I definitely use that. Yeah. Because that's very cool. Let's see. That's true. I could make it early. Gotcha. Yeah. Having early release stuff might not be a bad thing. We'd also talked about, someone had mentioned, and this is something that YouTube pushes a lot, it's that using early release for members to see videos earlier than everyone else. Like, I wouldn't do that with tutorials, but potentially gameplays I could give it to members first. I mean, I'm not sure. Videos first, that throws me off a little bit. But yeah, making this available as a download, and I would probably do it for a limited time. You know what I mean? It would be like up there for a month, and then I would take it back down. And, you know, because I won't release it until after I filmed it, because I want the videos of my people doing it out before everybody else gets to jump in and play it. But once I've done that, putting it out, same as with the worlds that I play, like my survival world, those worlds I would add to that as well. You would get different worlds, access to different worlds, just for being a member or subscriber. So, we've got 5 minutes, so I think that that's a place to oh, look at this. Okay, I've got to fix that first. Give me a minute now. Can't believe I did that. One spaceman. Not one spaceman. That's different. If I had one spaceman, it would be a rocket man. And I think it's gonna be a long time. Okay, so I think I'm gonna make this the top level, right? So this will be grass, dirt. So the first couple layers will be like grass, dirt, rock, or stone. After that is when I'll start mixing things up more. But the first few levels will be the standard things we would come to expect. Yes. I don't know how much time I'll have to work on this today, since I'm doing a huge stream tonight. But we'll be back doing this one tomorrow anyways, together from 3 to 6. So hopefully you'll all come back and help me come up with more cool ideas. Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of different ways we could take that. So we're definitely going to bounce at it. Could be intriguing. Okay. All right. Well. I think that's a pretty good place to call it. Everybody, I want to say thank you so very much for making this very first Twitch stream an ungodly success. You guys have kept this over 24 to 25 viewers all day. Normally, morning streams average 10 to 12. So out the gate, I think this helps. You know what I mean? I think that the Twitch move was a good move, and I look forward to coming up with all sorts of new, cool, fun things we can do on here together, appropriately. But thank you all who came by. If you're watching and you haven't already, it would be awesome if you'd give the channel a follow and come back and hang out with us again. Consider a subscription if that's something you might like to do. The more subscribers we have, the more perks all the subscribers are going to get. So I look forward to that as well. I will be back here in 2 hours, back on Minecraft survival mode. We'll be doing that one for 6 hours tonight. So there's a whole lot of more Minecraft. I'm not sure how much time I'll have to make adjustments to all the things we talked about today. I may have to work on that some tomorrow, but I will see what I can, if there's anything I can get in and Twitch with in the 2 hours before I come back. All right? Thank you, everybody, for coming. Love you to death. Don't forget, links to all my socials are down in the About section. It would be awesome if you'd give me a follow, especially on Twitter. All right? I'm going to call that one a day. I will check out the thing you sent me. Xmod. I will look at that. I will look at all after the stream before I come back, and maybe we'll chat about it later. Okay? Thank you guys. Love you to death. I really, really appreciate you. All right? I will see you again a little bit later today. Have yourselves a good day.